Dragons in the skies, fire from the boughs, wisdom flowing fast, ancient temples bow, mountains echo tales, ancestors crying loud, heroes of the past, legends worn proud. On golden silk roads, history unfolds, mystics in the night, secrets they hold. Great walls shadow long, warriors in rows, in the courtyard's light, a lotus flower grows. Orchids in the wind, laughter from the light, truth within the sand, sages bathed in might. Tigers leap through time, rivers serpentine, harmony and chaos living by design. Phoenix rise anew, feathers burning blue, forest whisper soft, mind open and true. Scrolls of hidden art, sages they confide, speaking of the jade, time won't divide. Battles lost and won, emperors do reign, people marching on, dreams still remain. Peasant to the king, stories intertwined, every single soul walking a fine line. Orchids in the wind, laughter from the light, truth within the sand, sages bathed in might. Tigers leap through time, rivers serpentine, harmony and chaos living by design.
Drifting onward, seeking hope, yearning deep within the soul. Fleeting treasures fade away, chasing light beyond the grave. Feet on earth, yet eyes above, guided by a star of love. The world is vast, so full of grace, a masterpiece in time and space. We rise, we forget, still we fight. Through darkest storms we find the light. Hold on, brothers, to what is true. Hold on, sisters, love sees us through. The end is never where it seems, just another page in dreams. Through the rain and through the fire, hope remains a spark inspired. Every tear and every trial weaves a thread in life's exile. Kindness whispers, love will heal. Truth is written, pure and real. A flame that flickers, never dies. A beacon bright in endless skies. We rise, we forget, still we fight. Through darkest storms we find the light. Hold on, brothers, to what is true. Hold on, sisters, love sees us through. The end is never where it seems, just another page in dreams. Find the beauty soft and small, gentle moments mean it all. A touch, a word, unknowing glance, love's embrace, a sacred dance. Gratitude will shape the way, humble hearts will never stray. Give and grow, release the past, only love will truly last. We rise, we forget, still we fight. Through darkest storms we find the light. Hold on, brothers, to what is true. Hold on, sisters, love sees us through. The end is never where it seems, just another page in dreams. Silent nights, a whisper calls through shattered dreams. The spirit stalls, yet in the depths a light still burns. A lesson learned, a fate that turns. Let the echoes fade behind. Yesterday is but a sign. Walk with faith and trust the tide. Waves of grace will be your guide. No regret and no despair. Breathe each moment like a prayer. Step by step, embrace the now. Love will always teach us how. Sing aloud, let voices rise. Feel the rhythm in the skies. Bound as one beneath the sun. A journey shared, a life begun. Hand in hand we face the road. Light within us softly glows. Through love and hope we stand as tall as stars that shine when darkness falls. We rise, we forget, still we fight. just another page in dreams.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I was just too busy enjoying the song. I forgot to get myself sorted. It is what it is. Let me just see what's going on. There we go. There we go. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I am the dust at the feet of God's servants. Only God is special. I said I am the dust at the feet of God's servants. Only God is special. Welcome back. I hope you're having a good day. It's Sunday. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it today. Sun was beautiful today, down here in London at least. Hopefully wherever you are, the weather was beautiful too, and you got to enjoy the day doing whatever you needed to do. Hopefully spending time with the family and enjoying the moments that we make every second. All right, cool. Now that that's over, welcome back. So today we are talking about the demons in disguise and about how they run from the light, where they can't. I'm going to use an example that I've heard before, and I think it's quite relevant to this. It's like when you go into the kitchen, sometimes you may have cockroaches. If you have cockroaches in your house, you might have cockroaches running around. But as soon as you turn on the light, they scatter. They scatter. They run underneath the floorboards, run underneath the fridge, underneath the cabinets. They go and hide because they don't want to be exposed in the light. So, yes. On that note, I just before I started the stream, I was just literally sorting out my my thumbnail for the stream. I already decided what I was going to do about, and wouldn't you know it? Like I say all the time, God is the best script writer. He is the best script writer. Literally, as I'm making the image, I go and see, oh, Big Nose is streaming. I go listen in for a few seconds, and I'm like, oh, great. Oh, great. He's talking about me again, and he's talking about other people again. It's like, Jesus, bro. Like, when are you going to focus on your content? When are you going to focus on your own journey? When are you going to focus on your own life? And he's just so focused on everyone else and what they're doing. It was insane. It was insane. So what I decided to do was I went onto his channel and I left him a few messages. So we're going to just go through that just because I think it's funny. I just think it's funny because of the irony. I love irony. Irony is so beautiful. So let's have a quick look at this. So this is the Big Nose stream. And let's just play it from... let me just find my message where I messaged him first. I think this was it here. Yes, there we go. All right, cool. So we're just going to play this and then I'll show you what I wrote to him.
And they could sort of ponder, reflect, sit down and reflect where you've gone wrong.
Once again, like I say, this is stuff that I've been talking about for the past year. When I first met Big Nose, my message was exactly the same. It hasn't changed in the past year. It's truth, love, compassion, contentment, humility, and hope. I've always banged on about this. I've always said that people need to reflect. People need to be able to do some critical thinking on themselves and not just other people. One of my issues with Big Nose was that he was going around trying to destroy other people's beliefs. And I was like, bro, you're coming from a bad place. You're coming from a bad place. It's not going to be working out for you in the end. Try and do it from a place of maybe talking about life, talking about people's beliefs, and, you know, use your logic and reasoning to understand them better rather than to destroy them. But yeah, he didn't want to hear that. He didn't want to hear that. So let's see how he reflects, apparently.
Don't justify your anger because of our channel.
Don't justify your anger because of our channel. Okay, so he's telling people to reflect. Don't justify your anger because of his channel. Okay, interesting. I'm going to show you why that's hilarious in a second. Actually, do you know what? I'll show you it now. I'll show you why that's hilarious. So don't justify your anger because of our channel. And then if we have a look at this is Lieutenant's page, which is now called Look to God, apparently. Maybe it's always been called that, but surprising. But look, her only 2 videos that she's posted are about me. 6 days ago and 20 hours ago. 6 days ago and 20 hours ago. So what were you saying, Big Nose, about what were you just saying? Let's just run that back. Let's just run what he said back because of the irony, the beautiful, beautiful irony of life.
Where you've gone wrong. Don't justify your your anger because of our channel. What has been.
So don't justify your anger, Big Nose, on because of my channel. Just because my message has stayed true since day dot. It's hilarious as well, because right now he's playing videos where he's got like Rumi. Rumi's like a spiritual teacher. He's got videos of Rumi giving lessons where he's talking about emotions, love, compassion, humility. Rumi's talking about all this stuff, and Big Nose is playing his videos as if it's some truth, but then he argues against everything that he just played. It makes zero sense right now. Zero sense. It's hilarious. I don't even think he knows what his message is at the moment. I think he's trying to shift gears, but he's just still stuck in his old way. So he's like, I don't want to give up what I know about rational thinking and reasoning, but he wants to keep trying to bring in the elements that I've been talking about for the past year.
Said what the exchange has been between me and that idiot in the bracket, the man.
Wait, you're calling me an idiot still?
Again, idiot it doesn't mean a bad word. Don't take it wrongly.
I don't take it badly. I actually call myself the idiot. But when you keep mentioning it, when you keep saying it, instead of, you know my name, Demand. The people in your chat know my channel. The only reason you keep saying the idiot is because you want to keep mentioning it. You think that it gives you some kind of power over me. No, it doesn't. I call myself an idiot, okay? Because I know that I've still got more to learn. Not because I'm a bumbling fool like you, but because I actually can reflect and go, okay, do you know what? I need to have a bit of humility. I don't know everything, and there is always more to learn. But yeah, that's not the way you're going to take it, though. You use it in the way that you use it, derogatory, and you've used it in a derogatory way many a time. But let's keep it going.
Idiot. Go read Dostoevsky, what it is. I just gave you a hint. That idiot also should read this as well. That idiot and Disney has said.
How many times has he just said idiot? How many times has he just said idiot? He knows my name. He said Demand, but he wants to stick to the idiot because for him it seems like, oh look, I'm talking down to him in front of my chat, and then they'll talk down to him. Bruh, I don't care. You and your chat can talk down. Do you know what the funny thing is? A lot of your chat that was talking down to me once upon a time, all your chat that was talking shit about me, left you. I remember a situation where Simon K was sitting in your chat with the lieutenant talking about how I'm a snake. And then Simon K comes over here. You know, it's hilarious. For me, it's hilarious. I just find it funny. I'm not taking any personal offense to it, but I just find it hilarious because of the way life always plays out. So we'll keep this going.
Very dirty things against me, ladies and gentlemen.
Very dirty things against me. Okay. So he's offended by things people have said about him. Remember that, okay? It's important because he contradicts himself later on. So remember, he's upset about what people have said about him. Very dirty things about him. Remember that. And he's upset because of that.
In different channels, that idiot, day before yesterday, he said a lot of bad things that I'm involved with. That I don't know what his name is. Something Savile, Jimmy Savile, yeah. Him, that I'm connected with this type of things is sick because of my.
That's sick, is it? That's sick, is it? That was just me making a observation of something you said, where every example you used in regards to free will, you would talk about you raping a young child. And I thought that was fucked up. I was like, why do you keep going to that as your first reference? And if you have been working in the BBC or you've worked in these other television studios before, I know what goes on there. We all do. Hence Jimmy Savile. People are fucking dodgy in those industries. So I said that if it is true that you've done anything to kids, I will break your neck. I will snap it like a fucking twig. And I said I'll do my time for it. But that's only if it's true. But he ignores that context. He ignores the context because it doesn't suit his narrative. And let's see how he makes himself the victim again. Let's see how he makes himself the victim.
My hypothetical example that I stimulate people's belief, free will, to make them think. Because if I give an example about sweet cake and things like that, they won't take the matter seriously about free will. Because of that, this ill person, idiot, business sick idiot, business.
Okay, ill person, idiot. Look, this is I don't really care. He could call me whatever he likes. Okay, I've been called all the names under the sun. Okay, I've been called everything under the sun. So that old saying, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words would never hurt me." You know, it's one of those situations. It's like you can call me whatever, but it's just showing your low EQ. You're not able to actually articulate your point without constantly using name calling to actually make your point. You know, low EQ, but he likes to say he's got high EQ because he decided that he wanted me to go on his channel and he dedicated a whole stream for me. Bruh. Anyway, that was a trap, which was a trap. You know, I saw it coming a mile off, and he kind of admits it's a trap as well, because listen to what he says.
Have been saying very, very dirty things against me, ladies and gentlemen. And many of you, including that Gossi, Catherine, Major, I've stripped off actually Major, Simon K, and many of you, that Dwayne, that Chinese guy, and a few people, you have been listening. Fu, Sir Oliver, all of you have been listening. None of you have said anything to that idiot. And you.
Okay, there we go. So he's upset that people are saying things about him while he's calling me an idiot. He's upset that people don't speak up the truth when people are casting aspersions on his name, as he would say. But he's got no problem with his chat saying shit. Because like I said, Simon K and half the other people that are in my chat used to be on his chat taking the piss out of me once upon a time. Okay, they all took the piss out of me once upon a time. You know, I didn't cry about it. I just moved on with my life. I went, cool, no problem. That's your opinion. And I carried on focusing on what I needed to do. I moved forward, you know. But he seems to be holding a grudge. He seems to be holding on to this, which is funny because he's going to tell you to he's going to tell us to let go.
You've gone and changed your account. Some of you changed the account and defended him. We've already figured out who you are. But I'm playing these educational video clips for you to just put yourself in that moment. Start to reflect.
I just find it hilarious when people say reflect when they've never done a single day of reflection in their life. Everything he's saying is coming from an emotional place. Everything he's saying is coming from an emotional place. Like I said, how many times did he call me names? He couldn't make his point without actually calling me names. For him, calling me names in his own crazy head seems to justify his anger. He's like, yes, I am in the right. I am a victim. But he's not reflecting himself. So I just find it hilarious when people say reflect and they've never done a day of reflection in their entire lives. But we'll keep it going.
That idiot is angry, he's jealous. He doesn't want to understand how you can go and talk about love, compassionate, all that. You want to break my neck. Ladies and
yes, I want to break your neck if you've done anything with little children. I'm not holding compassion for you if you've done stuff with little children. I am holding compassion for the kids and any future victims of yours. So I will break your fucking neck. Okay? That's compassion. I say all the time, it's the light and the dark in balance. Okay? Light and the dark in balance. I know that fighting isn't going to solve anything, but I also know that fighting is sometimes necessary in situations of self-defense or defending others. And in a situation where you're messing around with little kids, I'll break your fucking neck. I'll break it. I'll snap it like a twig. And I won't feel any remorse because I'll be thinking about the kids that you won't be touching. Like I said, this was all hypothetical if it was true. If it's not true, tell us it's not true. But he doesn't do that, does he? He doesn't say it's not true. Although I don't know if we could believe him if he says it's not true because he lies out of his freaking teeth.
gentlemen, the man was threatening me. The man, I said, not the man. The man, the idiot, threatening to break my neck because if you find out that pathetic, the country has law. My age.
Oh, the country has a law. Now the country has laws. Oh, yeah, but I'm saying I am going to uphold those laws. If you're touching little kids, I will break your neck. I'll probably take laws into my own hands by doing that, but I will take that punishment if it stops you from doing that to anyone else. Now, if you've got a problem with what I said, then it's either because you're looking for a problem or you're offended that I've touched a nerve. I've touched something that you didn't want exposed.
Just doesn't even go that far. You stupid. You have no critical thinking. That Disney idiot and you, both of you, no critical thinking or mathematics. You don't even understand maths at all. To sit down and calculate. That pet dirty man, how many years ago? John Majors or I don't know, Thatcher's. I would have been probably a little boy living in Zululand or maybe India. I've been around. But you saying those things to me, start to forgive yourself.
I have forgiven myself for anything. I have. I'm not holding any grudges. I really don't care about you. Okay. I hope that you grow. I still have love for you as a human being, but as you personally, I don't give a shit anymore. I don't give a shit anymore because you're showing your true colors every single time you do this bullshit. You show your true colors. You're not here for a conversation. You're not here to reflect yourself. You're just here to talk down to other people. And now you seem to think you could use my own talking points against me. My own talking points against me. The funny thing is, my talking points aren't just talking points. That's the way I live my life. So you can't use them against me because I know about truth, love, compassion, contentment, humility, and hope. I know about reflection because I do this every single day. Half the day today I spent reflecting, and not on your life, on my own life, on my own choices. That's what I do. So you can't use my talking points against me. Because your talking points don't seem to work. The rational thinking and critical thinking don't seem to work because you don't use rational thinking or critical thinking. And half your streams recently have been about happiness and they've been about reflecting and all the things I talk about. You know, it's weird. It's weird. It seems like you want to be me, which is sad because I think you should be yourself.
I have forgiven you. I've informed the authorities, relevant authorities anyway.
I love that. Listen to what he says. I have forgiven. He says he's forgiven, while at the same time saying I have informed the relevant authorities. I've forgiven, but I've informed the relevant authorities. So have you forgiven? If you're trying to get me in trouble for taking something I've said out of context and saying, oh, look, he's threatening me. Okay, why is he threatening you? Oh, he's saying that if you did touch kids, he'll break your neck. Oh, okay, I can see the context in that. Oh, he's not threatening you specifically. He's just saying if you were ever to do something like that, he may get angry and violent against you. And to be honest, I don't think any other human being out there would be kind of held responsible for that situation. If you're touching little kids and you're talking about it openly on the internet, they would probably be upset too. And they'd probably want to do a lot worse to you. You know, they'd probably rip your toenails off and your fingernails off and then slowly torture you. But me, I'll just say I'll break your neck. I'll give you a quick, painless death. That's a courtesy. That's a mercy. Okay? That's a mercy from my side. So yeah, there's a lot more people out there who would do a lot worse to you if it was true. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. And I've got nothing to hide. I've got nothing to hide. I've been as honest as I want to be, or as I can be, in regards to my life. I've talked about loads of different things that you seem to be using against me, but that don't work. It don't work. Okay? It doesn't work. I don't care about your opinion. I don't care about your opinion. Especially when it's based on something I've said and you're trying to twist it and use it as an attack. It's like, no, it's just a part of my life. It's something that's happened. I've dealt with it. I've moved past it. It is what it is. It's not going to work with me. But yeah, Mr. Crybaby here says he's forgiven, but he's already reported to the police. So let's play that again.
I have forgiven you. I've informed the authorities, relevant authorities anyway. You know, if I want to you're penniless. If I want to take action against you, oh, I don't want to tell.
Yes, I'm penniless, which means if you do take action against me, you'll just be paying the lawyer fees for the sake of paying the lawyer fees. Well done, mate. Well done. And I'll defend myself in court. I've got no problem defending myself because I stand with the truth. I am not lying about anything. I've been open and honest about everything. And if saying to someone, if you've touched little kids, I will break your neck, is against the law, then come fucking arrest me. But don't forget, what I'm doing is in response to somebody else breaking the law first. Okay? What I'm doing is in response to somebody else breaking the law first. Two wrongs don't make a right, but like I said, defending the innocent, defending those that can't defend themselves, prioritized over your own compassion for everyone. You have to have that balance. Have to have the balance. Otherwise, people like this could try and get away with anything.
I've already spoken to several authorities about this. You can go and say these things. How sick you are. How can you possibly not to use your critical thing? Oh,
I love how he keeps going to the authorities for YouTube stuff. What a sad little man. What a sad little man. He really does need to grow up. And the funny thing is, I say this all the time. I say he needs to grow up. I say he's sad. I say he needs to reflect. And the funny thing is, he's using the same language to talk to me. He's telling me I need to grow up. He's telling me I need to reflect. And it's like, bro, all you're doing is reflecting the words I've said back to me. But I know what those words mean. I have done the work. Hence why I can sit here with a big smile on my face, listening to you chat shit, and it doesn't bother me. It's just funny to me. It's hilarious to me that you are so angry and upset by things that we've said, that you're spending time on your stream talking about it. And don't forget, guys, at this point, I haven't messaged him. He's brought this up by himself, and he spent about 5 minutes talking about me and the other people on the chat. So he spent 5 minutes talking about us. And I haven't even come up on his stream or anything. I haven't dropped any messages. I do drop a message after a few minutes. But at this point, I hadn't even dropped a message. It just shows you are the one holding on to anger and jealousy. Bro, you really need to reflect. Okay? Please grow up.
only because of jealousy. And the thing, ladies and gentlemen, these people that gossip, who profess to read in Bible, bombarding these different channels with this quotations, by biblical quotations, and sitting there allowing this man say those dirty things about me. Catherine Ramsey, ladies and gentlemen, going from one channel to another channel, trying to team up with the other guys.
Okay, so as he's saying this, no one in his chat is saying that he shouldn't be talking about someone else. One of his people says, be patient with those who not as far down the road to realization. Literally what I've been telling you guys. It's amazing. It's amazing how these people are trying so hard to take the lessons from this channel and kind of make it their own. It's so hilarious. The journey to understanding is a path of deep questioning and the understanding of how beliefs come into being. Correct the big nose of London. Although the phrase critical thinking doesn't fully encapsulate that the needs to be expressed for initiates to understand what is necessary completely. That just made very little sense. Very bad English. But literally, no one in his chat, while he's talking about this channel and other people, 5 whole minutes, no one has told him, hey, maybe you should just focus on your own content. But this is what he wants all the other channels to be doing. He wants all the other commenters. And as soon as someone brings up him, he wants everyone, the person who's running the channel, the people in the chat, your uncle, your grandma, your granddad, he wants them to come out of their grave and come and post a message and say, oh, no, don't talk about Big Nose like that. While he carries on talking about other people. Do you see the irony? Do you see the freaking irony? It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. And like I said, at this point, I still haven't even messaged. At this point, I have not even messaged him. He's got no reason to talk about me. I've left him alone for a few days. I did do that little video the other day where I was talking about him using the example of raping little children. And I said that how when I typically give examples, I give examples of my own life. And I know what humans are like. Humans would typically use an example of something that's easily reachable in their mind, of something that, oh, okay, I'll use this as an example. So for him to use that as an example, I'm like, if there's any truth to it, I will break your neck. He doesn't focus on the if there's any truth to it. He just doesn't come back and say, oh, by the way, that's not true. I've never done anything with children. Never would do anything with children. It's just an example I use. Sorry if it offends, but it's just the example. It doesn't say any of that. He just goes, the disgusting things. The disgusting things they're saying about me. Oh my God, and nobody's defending me. Oh, poor world's smallest violin for Big Nose. World's smallest violin for Big Nose. Come on, guys. World's smallest violin. But he's got no problem sitting here talking shit about us. No problem being a hypocrite. This is what I mean. This is why I say it's hilarious about when he talks about reflection, because he doesn't understand he's being a hypocrite.
Ladies and gentlemen, look how sickening these people are. Another person, I don't reveal their name, spineless, creating account. Go away, mate. Start to go back to your reality, go back to your childhood. Remember how you were in childhood? If you had a good upbringing, especially with your father, this is the result of your father, not even your mother. I would say mother, maybe how many?
Now he's blaming childhood traumas. Bro, I think you've got the childhood traumas. I know what my issues are. And none of my issues you could resolve with your shitty psychoanalyzation. Okay, my issues are more of a spiritual nature. They're more deeper than what you could think of. Okay, if I explained half the shit that goes on in my head, you would go fucking crazy.
50% I would give. Mothers won't destroy your life, their children's. Usually fathers. What you're doing is the result of your parents, in particular your fathers, right? And you're not going to love or like it ain't going to work just like that. You need to seek professional help.
You need to seek professional help, says the guy in a big nose mask. Says the guy who talks down to people. Says the guy who is just there to destroy people's beliefs. You need to seek professional help. The guy who spent 7 minutes now talking about another channel, while he could have just talked about his channel and what he wants to promote and his way of thinking. Instead, all he's promoted is anger, hate, jealousy towards this channel and to anyone that's left him. That is literally all he's showing at the moment. It's hilarious. This is what I'm saying, bro. You're not self-reflecting, because if you were truly self-reflecting, you realize that you're being a hypocrite, you're being retarded, and you just need to move forward and just let go of these things. But obviously, he's not going to do that, because he knows that he's got no talking points. Hence why he's got all these educational videos that he's ripped off other people.
Self-help, no, it won't work. You've been doing, you've been reading different books. You see, you're relapsing. Self-help only helps a little unless you don't acknowledge you have this problem. You're not going to.
That's good advice, Big Nose. You should acknowledge you have this problem. Otherwise, you're never going to realize that you need to fix it. That's what self-reflection is. Okay, take accountability, realize where you messed up, and then move forward from there. But you have to take accountability first. So my message finally, after all of this, like you can hear him talking about good 5 minutes constantly about the other channels, about me, constantly call me idiot for a million times. So I said, Crybaby of London, you can't let go if you keep bringing it up. Reflect. Just giving him his own advice. I'm saying, look, let it go. You stop talking about me. You can't let go if you keep bringing it up. Okay, so the less you bring it up, the quicker you can let go. Or if you've dealt with the emotions, but he hasn't dealt with the emotions, so he needs to deal with the emotions too. But he needs to let it go, and I'm telling him to reflect, and then he goes off on one. Should we watch a bit more of that? Should we watch? Let me read the chat first. Because I have started just chatting and didn't really look at chat. Just the Truth in chat says, brap, 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 brap. Oh, holla, holla, holla. Welcome back, Just the Truth. Catherine says, hi. Welcome back, Catherine. Catherine says, demand. Who did he mention? Business said he mentioned me a day ago again. I don't know about a day ago. I didn't watch a day ago. I literally just, like I said, I was on while I was making my thumbnail, and I was just listening in, and I was like, why is he talking about me again? I thought he moved forward, but nope. And he mentioned you in there as well. He mentioned you in there today as well. So you guys are really playing on his mind. Just the truth says, yeah, he was slandering you again, Cat, along with that little Miss Bossy Boots. Oh, Lieutenant, yeah. Catherine says, just the truth, what did he say about me or other than begging? Oh, Skyworks is here, giving an embarrassed face. Simon K is here. Says what is going on. Catherine says, Simon K, hi. I don't know what other things have been said about me. Do you know? They said you're a snake amongst other unpleasant things. Lieutenant named several people and said you are all disgusting and vile talking about her. Like I said, a couple of months ago, or not even a couple of months ago, about a month ago, less than a month ago, there was Simon and Lieutenant Simon K. The Simon K that's here. There was Simon K and Lieutenant sitting in their chat calling me a snake. They didn't have any issue with that. They didn't have any issue talking about me while I wasn't there on another channel. They didn't have any issue casting aspersions about me. Oh, but it hurts when they get it done to them. Okay, so they could dish it out, but they can't receive it. Seems like someone needs to grow up. Someone says disgusting things. Kath, I don't want to upset you. Oh, damn. Okay. Catherine says she called me a bullshit asshole and a snake while I was a follower of the channel months ago. Just the Truth says, yes, Simon, they are vile, bitter people. Their channel is dead and they have 0 viewers now. Well, they've got a few viewers. But it doesn't matter about the viewers. Like I'm saying, for them, they just need to focus on their own content. If they stop talking about everyone else, they can move on. They can let go of that anger or that jealousy or that animosity that they have towards other people. And other people, well, I'm hoping you guys will stop being retarded and stop talking about them, and then everything should be good. But saying that, I'm talking about them today. But I'm laughing at it. I'm laughing at the situation. I'm not upset about it. Just to say, Kat, you are not a child to be coerced and controlled by them. Yep, nobody should be controlled or coerced by anyone. Simon says, I never ever thought they were like this. I was there for ages. I never saw it coming. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is, Simon. But I did try and warn you guys. I did say they're manipulators, liars, and they're just trying to spread hate and anger and fear. They're not trying to build anyone up or try and get anyone towards the truth. They're just about manipulating and controlling what you're thinking. At the moment, I hope they can do original, like what I thought they were originally going to be, like logical thinking and reasoning, and try and elevate that. But seems they can't. Seems like it's a big ask for them. Just the Truth says they turned in everyone, Simon. Simon say turned on everyone. Simon says it all started just not following the orders. Excuse me, we are not all brainless cretins who live and die by what one creator of a channel says. I will talk to who I want and go to other channels. Yep, you're allowed to do whatever you want there. Simon says, you watching? I know. Bang it. I resigned. You didn't sack me. Kath never wants to come back, nor do I. Pray for that crazy channel and you too. Your souls, no hard feelings. Good while it lasted. Your sanity. Catherine says they only had 2 watching before you went into chat. It's the most excitement they've had for weeks now. I think that's why they wanted me to come up. They wanted me to come up and have a conversation. And to be honest, I'm not worried about going up and having a conversation, but I need a level of honesty before I do that. You know, if you can't answer a simple question, if you can't not lie in a question put in the chat, then why the hell am I going to come up and waste my time with someone who can't be honest? You know, it's not going to be a productive conversation. It's just going to be him trying to twist it. This is the thing he did the other day. So the other day he came onto my channel and he thought that talking about Zelensky and Trump will teach me about negotiation. And then once I learn about negotiation, I'd be able to negotiate with him in a way that we could have a peace deal and we could work together. That was literally his end game. And it didn't work because I wasn't playing it. And also Chris came up from the other channel. So that didn't work. That fell through and then he got upset and left. But yeah, they really wanted me to come up. I'm not going to go up if they can't be honest. I'm okay having tough conversations. I don't mind my ideas being picked at. I don't mind people questioning me. No issues with that whatsoever. But what I have an issue with is dishonesty. I need a bit of honesty in life. Simon says they have threatened more people lately than they ever threatened by anybody. People's children involved by them, families. Wake up to yourselves. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Mentioning other people's families and stuff. No problem with that. No problem with that. Anyone else says anything? Police! Police! Simon says difference between any perceived threat you guys have received and demand or Chris or us is you do actions. Everyone else just hot words. You ban people, degrade people as well, disloyal people. Just the truth says Little Miss Bossy Boots said Almadi threatened to sexually assault her and everyone defended him. What rubbish. They really have mental health issues. I know that Lieutenant gets counseling, but I never knew her issues were this deep. Damn, they really are. Yeah, I think, yeah, you just said exactly what I was going to say. They really are ill, aren't they? Wow. They are ill. They are ill. Especially, I think they're both as bad as each other. They're kind of egging each other on. They're egging each other on. I think misery loves company. And I guess they're enjoying each other's company in the misery at the moment, which is a shame. Because they can have joy and share that. But instead they want misery. No, it's their choice. Free will. Well, I believe in free will. So I'm going to allow them to make that choice. But they don't believe in free will. So let me just hide this thing. There we go. Simon says, we want nothing to do with you guys anymore. You're finito. Leave us alone who resigned from your crazy channel and leave the channels alone who are... Leave the channels alone we now attend, please, and their creators. I don't mind. I don't mind. I could take a few jabs. For me, it's the show of life. This is what happens in life. Okay, you'll have some people that like you, some people that don't like you. It is what it is, and it's a them problem. It's a them problem if they can't see the truth that they are the problem. Just Drew says everyone knows about her. Catherine says Simon knows his voice makes me feel nauseated. Where's the bucket? Just Drew says they're a bunch of bigots and racists, and many videos demonstrate this. Yes, and even their chat, you know, their chat demonstrated this very early on. It was it Six Kings? Some of the way he talks, like, yeah, very dodgy, very dodgy. They're just looking. Misery loves company. Misery loves company, and they were just looking for an echo chamber. That's all they were looking for. Just Simon says, I tell you what, Kath, Nose needs to step from behind the pulpit and join the congregation. Yeah, unfortunately. I don't, like I said, I ain't got no problem with the whole rational thinking and reasonable reasoning. I think it's a really good angle. I talk about it myself on this channel. I say that people need to learn to think, not how what to think, but how to think. Not what to think, but how to think. So I think it's really important in part of the spiritual journey. Thinking is a very vital aspect of it, but it's not the most important component. It is not the most important component. It's only just a small aspect of the bigger journey. Just True says, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Simon says he has nothing to teach. He needs to watch his own educational videos and develop. Yes, the fun amazing you say that, Simon, because the amount of times I've watched a few seconds of his videos and I've seen some kind of educational video about, like today, we'll play it in a second. Literally, there's one talking about how you have free will and you need to have love in life and you got to choose love, and it's saying all these great things that I would typically say. And then 5 seconds later, after the video ends, he goes, oh, you believe in free will, don't you? And I'm like, bro, you believe in free will. You were just giving a lesson on free will by playing this video that talked about free will and love. Wait, do you not agree with the video you're playing? Is that what's going on? Do you just think it's a good way to manipulate people, but you don't agree with it? Is that all that's going on? But yeah, they need to watch their own educational videos. Just Drew says many people have reported their channel for inciting hate, and even their memberships were paused for 2 weeks. I did not know that. Interesting. Catherine says Lieutenant was in your own chat and the guided one chat using fake accounts. That's sad. Yeah, that is sad. I go on as me. If I'm going to drop a message, I'll go on there as my account and drop a message. I once did drop a message from my Praising Frequencies channel. That wasn't me trying to hide. It was just me accidentally logged into the wrong account. And everyone knows that's my account anyway. So, but they seem to think that it was me trying to be a ninja. So, no, it's me. I've got no issues. I stand by what I say. I'll go down with the ship if I have to. Simon says, I might be wrong, but I believe Nose is in exile in England from Iran. Hates Islam with a passion, and Lieutenant has trauma from incident with Muslims. Islamophobia, hate oozes from them. I forgive you both. That's very big of you. Sam says, and genuinely wish you all the best. Very big of you. Just let it all go. Yes, just let it all go. Yes, Lou and another name, Kath. Captain says, Skyworks, are you still here? And he says, who's playing on whose mind? I'm just responding to what was just said 5 seconds ago, just because it's fun. It's funny to me. Like I said, for me, I'm having a laugh at this. I'm not upset. I'm not calling him names. I'm not going, the big nose, the idiot, the big nose, the idiot. You know, this idiot over there. I'm not doing any of that. That's what he was doing. I'm just responding to what he said with words that mean stuff. You know, I'm actually articulating myself pretty well, if I say so myself. Even if I say so myself. Skyworks says, I have reappeared. He says, you do seem to make some very strong claims to man. No, he makes stronger claims. I'm just refuting his claims with simple logic. You know, him saying that people need to let go and stop saying disgusting things about him. He's the one saying disgusting things about other people. He said that I brought up an incident where I pushed him 8 months ago, but I only brought that up because he brought up a video he made a year ago. But he's going to ignore that fact. He's going to ignore that fact that he brought up a video from a year ago to say that I've got mental health issues because I like to sit in nature. But as soon as I say, oh, a couple of months after that video, you pushed me. Why are you bringing up the past? Why can't you not be in the present? Why can you not forgive? Irony? Irony much? So yeah, it's nothing to do with me, bro. It's nothing to do with me. It's him. It's his own mental health he needs to focus on at the moment. And I don't want to laugh at him, but I laugh at the situation. Catherine says, Sky works. Don't you think everything being played out is childish? Yes, it is. Super childish. Simon says, Demand, please don't engage the other channel. You stand by your principles, Demand, and we want peace, love, contentment, hope, etc. We were deprived of that lately and resigned from that channel collectively en masse. I know you did, guys. But at the same time, I like to have a bit of fun. So it's still truth, love, compassion, contentment, humility, and hope here. But I still call out the bullshit. The sword of truth still comes out. You know, the sword of truth still comes out. Skywork says a little yes to it all being childish. Seems to be a lot of ego involved. 100%. A lot of ego. Unfortunately. Catherine says, Skyworks, why can't we just all be friends and just let things go? Yes, exactly. The funny thing is, like, I'm happy to let things go if there's accountability. I've said this before on a previous stream. I've let go, like Big No said. He pushed me and we were still friends. He was still calling me for help and I was still helping him. I was able to let it go. But when he then brings up something from a year ago, and I'm like, wait, you've been calling me for help. You've been saying that we're friends. You've been saying all these things. And now you want to bring up something from a year ago and talk down to me to your chat and say that I've got mental health issues because I like to be in nature. Okay. Since you're bringing up the past, let's look at the past. And then when I bring up the past, it's like, oh, Demand, can you not let go? Can you not forgive? The irony, the hypocrisy. It's insane. Skywork says, how are they ill? Mentally. They're mentally ill. They're not able to actually truly self-reflect. They're stuck in victim mentality. They are, as he likes to say with his projection, they've got anger, jealousy, and hate seeping from them. You know? Skyworks is not advanced enough. Oh god. Gavin says Skyworks, are you saying that there's no hope? Not entirely, Catherine. Simon says it's fine demand for truth, and yes, too much ego, pride. Yes, too much ego and pride. Simon says little humility. Yep. Ravioli, welcome back. Says hi demand, welcome back, buddy. And then he says I spoke with Nagar earlier, and she liked your bonfire video yesterday. Oh, awesome! I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. I was planning on doing it again today, but I was like, nah, I'll do it tomorrow. I was stuck in meditation. I didn't want to get away from my meditation for a bit. I was focused. Awesome. That's me caught up with the chat. So let's get back to this video because it is hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, it is so funny. It is so funny. But like I said, the demons in disguise. They're trying to act like they're helpful or they're trying to be nice, but they're not really. They're just trying to play their games.
Change your life. It requires acknowledgement, first acknowledgement, realization. I think that man said, or acknowledgement. If you have that, then you go and seek help. You're not going to be able to like yourself by reading one book or two book or this video clip education.
So he's saying that you guys need to like yourselves. We need to like ourselves. Apparently we don't like ourselves. Okay, interesting.
Clips or the other YouTube's motivational video clips. It's engraved in you. Jealousy, envy, anger, hatred. It is people, they hate.
You guys see the projection? Take notes, guys. Take notes, because obviously in a couple of weeks' time or a couple of months' time, we're going to have a new batch of Big Nose guys coming over. We're going to have a new batch of Big Nose guys coming over in a few months. And they're going to be like, oh, why didn't we see this before? And I'm going to say the same thing I said to you guys. It was so self-evident. It was so obvious. If you didn't see it, it's because you chose not to see it. You'd rather be blind than have your eyes open to the truth. So yeah, take notes, guys. Take notes. I'm saying everything as I always say. I'm calling out the BS for the BS. And when the new batch of recruits come over, then you guys can let them know that Demand said this very, very, very many times in the past, and you should have paid attention.
I sometimes I would say dislike, yes, is okay, but hatred is a strong. Hatred, it involves with mental health issues, emotional, damaged, especially by your own fathers. Mothers, a little, I would say, percentage there, not always, but fathers is highly likely. So
which is funny because a couple of weeks ago, I think he did a video about how it was an issue with, I think he said it was in regard, well, he did this thing where he's like, oh, we're just going to show you some videos. It's not about anyone in particular, obviously doing what he says normally, but he's obviously trying to jab at me. He did that with the bipolar video, and he did that with this thing about mother issues, where the child, because he likes to say that, oh, Demand's living in his mum's basement, so he was trying to say, oh, look, he's attached to his mother and this is why blah blah blah. So now he's gone to the dad. Now he's going to dad for the issues. It's like, bro, reflect on yourself, reflect on your own life. Stop trying to psychoanalyze everyone else and trying to diagnose other people. If you can't help yourself, you can never help anyone else. Start with yourself, Big Nose. Okay, take a week away from streaming. Just take your time and do reflection. Okay, just think, why am I upset? Why am I angry? Why am I this? Why am I that? And just reflect on yourself and just work through your feelings. Okay, honestly, just work through your feelings.
Two people, you sat there. Catherine Ramsey, that Gussie, the wine, I don't know his name, Simon K. Many of you, I asked you not to go to that. Al Mehdi also said dirty things, ladies and gentlemen. that Ravioli did not believe me what I said to him. He said a lot of dirty things about Lieutenant me, Nigar. And you went there and you still saying, oh, why? How pathetic are you? How
What dirty things did he say? What dirty things did he say, Big Nose? You know, just saying someone said dirty things or disgusting things doesn't justify why you can tell people what to do with their life. If you give a valid reason, then they can make their own mind up. But if you're just saying, don't go there, they say dirty things, that's just you upset with what other people are saying, and you're just trying to control your viewers. That's all you're trying to do. You're not allowing them to think or use rational thinking or critical thinking for themselves. You're trying to do their thinking for them. That's all you're trying to do there.
pathetic you are, spineless. And you go to demand saying sorry. Sorry for what?
He said sorry for calling me names or something. And I accepted the apology and I appreciated it. And we move forward from it. I'm not bringing it up. He's not bringing it up. It's move forward. It's done and dusted. I respect someone who can take accountability. Even if I didn't really hear him say it, the fact that he came up to me, said it, he said that, oh, I said this about you and I'm sorry. Mad respect there. Mad respect. But you, Big Nose, you don't want to say sorry. You want to manipulate. You want to try and get me to come over to your side. It's never going to happen, buddy. It's never going to happen. You're on a sinking ship. Okay? You're trying to tell me to get off my ship, even if my ship is a little bucket that I'm sitting in and just trying to paddle my way through the waves. It's safer than getting onto a sinking ship. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen.
Sick. You're all sick. Stop.
Okay, so now Ravioli's sick as well, apparently. Great. Everyone's sick. Everyone's sick except the Big Nose and Lieutenant. You guys, I don't want to laugh at you, but you are being retarded. You need to stop this stupidness, because it's only going to hurt you in the long term. It's only going to hurt you in the long term.
Start to look in yourself. What you have done. Wake up. Wake up. This YouTube Big Nose of London is educational. It's been proving every steps ever.
I love how he says he proves everything. He doesn't prove anything. He'll sit there, he'll make a claim, and then he'll go, trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. I know. I am the most intelligent. I am the most advanced. Trust me, bro. That's his proof. Trust me, bro. Who are you? Who are you? And you want to do the thinking for everyone and try and control everyone in what they do in life? Honestly, Big Nose, take the advice. Take a week away from streaming. I'm not going to hold it against you. I'm not going to say, oh, look, he stopped streaming. I won't even mention it. Just take a week away from streaming, do some reflection, and then come back. I'm not going to say anything about, oh, he left and he did the reflection and came back and I'm not going to say anything like that. It's just advice for you to actually just reflect and to actually clear your head. Because right now, you are holding on to a lot of anger for no reason.
Since been to the Speaker's Corner, all those people have come across to me or to this channel, proved with evidence how they behave. Person who believes in religion, how their mind works. Person who believe in, I don't know, faith, all that kind of things, how they behave, ladies and gentlemen. They would lie through their teeth.
Apparently, everyone else lies through their teeth, but Big Nose doesn't lie. No, he never lies. He never lies. I'm being sarcastic. He lies all the time. He lies all the time. Let's have a look at the chat for a second. Oh, here you go. Simon says, had the bestest times talking to you, Ravi and Mike and Joseph and Sam and Chris. Was great. Hi, Ravioli. Skywork says, do you claim to have received revelation demand? Yes. I never claimed it out loud, but since you put it like that, I guess yes. Hope that answers your question. Ravioli is a good, peaceful guy. Kudos. Ravioli says, I like our chat also. Just the Truth says pathetic, dirty things, low EQ, idiot. Usual slandering from the clown. Yeah, exactly. He's in anger mode. He's not like I said, at this point, I still haven't even sent him a message. He's been talking about me for about a good, let's have a look, since 56, and we're at 47. So 56 minus 47. So 9 minutes. 9 minutes. He's been talking about me and the other channels and the other people. 9 freaking minutes, and I still haven't even sent him the message. 9 freaking minutes. That shows you that he's holding on to something. Okay, he's the one holding on to this. And if you guys really do like Big Nose, because I know I've got a few Ninja watchers here that are from his channel, Skyworks being one of them. If you really do like Big Nose and you really want him to be better, be honest with him. Be honest with him. You'll probably get banned because he doesn't like honesty, but at least you will be trying to help him rather than enabling a sad man go further into this negative spiral. Don't enable him to do that. Help him get positive. He's not going to listen to me. Might listen to you, Skyworks. Skyworks says, are you sure you're not projecting? What am I projecting? What have I projected? I've just said that he needs to reflect. He needs to grow. He needs to take a week off. I said that if he did touch kids, I will break his neck. What? Any of those? Where's the projection? There is no projection. It's sound advice. That's purely sound advice. Him talking about me and these other people for 9 minutes straight. Me calling that out as ludicrous. Where's the projection? It's just me calling out the facts. 9 minutes talking about another channel when you say you've let go. When you say that everyone else is holding on to anger, jealousy, envy. 9 freaking minutes straight with no prompt. That shows that he's holding on to this anger stuff. It's not me projecting it. It is literally just the truth. Ravi says, I feel sick. I need to eat. Go grab something to eat, bro. Go grab something to eat. You should have broken fast a good few hours ago. Go sort yourself out, man. Go sort yourself out. Simon says, free-flowing, cooperative, collective comparison, highly interesting chat, various topics, and generally peaceful and sometimes funny. Okay. I'm more interested in what this revelation was and how it manifested. The revelation. Oh, my phone's buzzing. Be right back, guys. I'm just gonna play some music.
Fade away. People come and go, their words betray. But there's one thing steady, one thing true. It's the love of Jah carrying me through. I've seen the storms, I've felt the pain, but through it all, His love remains. When I'm lost and the path ain't clear, I trust in Jah and I feel no fear. So I leap into life with faith in my soul. Just the only one who makes me whole. When the world lets me down, I'll still stand tall. Jah's my guide, my strength, my all. Been trying to tell me I can't survive, but Jah gives me strength, keeps my hope alive. Every step I take, I know He's near. In His light, I've got nothing to fear. The system's broken, the promise is fake, but Jah's foundation no man can shake. Through every trial, through every strife, I place my trust in Him, my life. So I leap into life faith in my soul. Just the only one who makes me whole. When the world lets me down, I still stand tall. Just my guide, my strength, my all. Oh, Jah, your love's like the morning sun, rising each day no matter what's done. When I fall, you catch me, lift me high. You're my wings, Jah, you help me fly. So I move with courage, I move with grace, knowing Jah's love is my resting place. Let the world be shaky, let the winds howl. I walk by faith with a joyful soul. No riches, no power can ever compare to the...
Alrighty, sorry about that, ladies and gents. I just had to answer a quick call, and it means I have to go, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I gotta go. I've got to cut the stream early. I might come back for another stream later. But let's just run through these chats. I'm more interested in what this revelation was and how it manifested. It was various different revelations in regards to understanding different parts of life and God and our place here. But that's as much as I can say without going into too much detail, because the more detail I go into, the more confusing it gets. It's just one of those things, okay? Oh, Simon says demands channel of love, the love boat. Ravioli says that might be Big Nose ringing him. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was my mum. She wants me to do something for her, so yeah, I'm gonna go do something for her, help her out, and then I'll be back later for another stream, hopefully. Guy always says that's a cliffhanger. Ravioli says peace and blessings to Nose and Lieutenant. Better the Love Boat than the Titanic. That's funny. I like that. That's good. Although the Titanic was a love story, but yeah, there was plenty of space. There was plenty of space for both of them. Rose didn't have to do Jack like that. Rose did not have to do Jack like that. Ravioli says, and old friends on Big Nose's side. Shout out to Salvi and Yaki, Stepper, Major K, and RG. Hope to speak to you soon. I'm not a fan of Major K. Wait, is it Major K? The Six Kings guy. I'm not a fan of him, if that's who Major K is. Just Drew says, anyway, we have a nice group here now. Forget that channel. Yep, exactly. Simon, have you ever been to England? Cool. Skywork says an epiphany. Almost kind of like an epiphany. More than an epiphany. Epiphany is just a good idea. It was more than just an epiphany. But I'm not trying to prove it to you. I'm not trying to prove to you that I've had revelations from God or anything like that. I'm not trying to be a prophet. I'm not trying to do. They were just things that I wanted to understand about life and the world and God, and he decided to share with me. That's it. Like, I don't mind sharing with other people, but they have to have a certain level of understanding first, because if I was to say to you, life is an illusion, you might take that the wrong way. You might just take it in the way that, oh, life is fake. It doesn't matter what you do. No, it does matter what you do. This is why that, like, it requires a level of understanding before. All right. It looks like I've got to go now, guys. It looks like I've got to go. Give me 1 second. Alrighty, I'm back again. Okay, I guess I could stick around for a little bit longer. Simon says, all good demand. What you gotta go. When you got to go, you gotta go. Exactly. But I may not need to go for a little bit. Skywork says a reordering of the mind. No, not necessarily a reordering. I would say a higher perspective. Simon said, "Oh, be careful." Oh, by the way, Skyworks. Just a heads up for you, bro. You being here and just having this random conversation with me, or just asking me simple questions like you are now. You're not encouraging, talking bad about any other channel or anything like that. Just you being here may cause you issues over on the other channel. So if you don't want issues with the other channel, as much as I appreciate the questions, I think it'll be better for you to go back, because if you stick around too much, you'll end up getting banned from that channel, and then you'll never be able to go back. So yeah, just if you want to prioritize that channel, you're more than welcome to. But just know that being here amongst us, you will end up getting in trouble over there. They don't like anyone coming here, even if it is just to have a pleasant conversation or just to ask questions. They don't like that over than that channel. Someone says my wife and daughter going in. Okay, I think that was in regards to the UK. Catherine says no. The man Roman 6 King is not Simon K. No, not Simon K. I thought Major K, or I don't know. They give him a nickname. They give Roman 6 King a nickname. I forgot what it is. Skywork says an inner voice reordering your perspective. No, it's a higher voice bringing my thoughts higher. Like I said, it's about the higher perspective. It's not about the reordering of the mind. This is why I said the mind is only a part of who you are. Okay, there's 3 parts to who you are. There's your mind, there's your soul, and then there's your heart. Mind, soul, heart. Mind, soul, heart. Mind is just one aspect of 3. It's a third. It's a third of what you are. It's only a third of what you are. The mind is only a third. You need to work on the other things as well, the heart and the soul. And then obviously you get the higher perspective rather than just a reordering of the mind, because reordering of the mind is just purely mind. But with the mind, body, and soul, mind, heart, and soul, you're able to get the higher perspective. Skyworks has already been there. Simon says, I was Major K. I resigned my post due to leadership issues. Now a civilian. Civies. Simon says, enjoying civilian life. Good man. There's nothing wrong with being a civilian. But you civilian on the outside, warrior on the inside. Civilian on the outside, warrior on the inside. That's the way it should be. I'm going to skip some of these because you guys are just chatting amongst yourselves. And then Just the Truth says, Skyworks probably safer to go back over to No's channel. Otherwise, he will ban you like he has everyone else. Yeah, exactly. Skyworks. I appreciate you asking some of these questions. I know that you are coming from a place of, oh, this guy must be mentally unstable. Like, let me try and pick at some of these questions and see what his perspective is. But even just doing that, you'll get banned over there. So be careful, bro. Be careful. Just a heads up. Ravioli says, I never saw Al-Mahdi threaten you or Nagar. Lieutenant, if he did that, do you think I would ever want to speak with Al-Mahdi, Chris, or go down on his channel ever? Really? I will say it again. Lieutenant, I never saw or heard him threaten Lieutenant or Nagar ever. Yes, exactly. It's a whole trust me, bro. When you have Big Nose going, trust me, bro, I have shown you the proof, and he's given no proof. All he's done is just gone, oh, he said disgusting things. He said dirty things. That's not proof. That's nothing. That's a claim. The one thing you say you never do. You never make any claims. And all you do is make claims. That's a claim. Where's the proof? And for someone like Ravioli, who's always on your channel, who would sit there, listen to you patiently, and try and understand what you're saying, I'm pretty sure if you had mentioned proof, he would remember. I don't know for sure because I don't watch your stream every day, but I know Ravioli did watch your stream quite often, and he never saw any proof. And it's all going to be the trust me bros. The trust me bros. Someone says, follow orders. If you stay Skyworks, my advice, don't step out of line. Don't think of yourself too much. Let Nose think for you. Yes, exactly. Let him do all the thinking for you. Awesome. That's me caught up with the chat. All right, I'm going to quickly do something. So I'm going to play a bit of music and I'll be right back. And you guys get to enjoy the Righteous Pirates.
I sail through the storm with me compass on truth, seeking treasure in me heart, not in fountains of youth. A ship full of love with compassion as me map, plundering not gold but the peace that I trap. The seas be wild but I stay me course, with a humble soul, may that be me force. I wear no crown, just a battered hat, but the spirit's rich, radiant, that's where it's at. On this righteous voyage where true souls be found, with love in me chest and me boots on the ground, content with the waves, I need not more. Found me peace in the journey and that be me score. The world's chasing jewels but I'm searching for more. I seek the light in the depths where truth hits the shore. Ain't no treasure like compassion, it be rarest of gems, and a humble heart be worth more than crowns or hems. I'll raise me flat with no pride to boast, for a true pirate soul follow spirits of the coast. With kindness as me blade I cut through the lies, seeking love and light beneath blackened skies. On this righteous voyage where true souls be found, with love in me chest and me boots on the ground, content with the waves, I need not more. Found me peace in the journey and that be me score. The world be loud filled with sirens' cries, but I wrote a me on tune beneath starlit skies, giving what I can, taking what I need, living by the code of the sailor's creed. So I sail through the night, compass pointing me right, not for fortune or fame but for inner sight. The tides rise and fall but I be standing tall, a humble pirate soul, heeding truth's call. I'll sail this path till the waves lay me down, with love as me anchor and truth as me crown. Through storms and calm seas I'll carry me smile, for a life rich in peace be worth every mile. On this righteous voyage where true souls be found, with love in me chest and me boots on the ground, content with the waves, I need not more. Found me peace in the journey and that be me score. So hoist your sails to the stars above, seeking treasure that's forged in compassion and love, for a pirate whose humble sails free as the sea, on a righteous path, that's the life for me. So hoist your sails to the stars above, seeking treasure that's forged in compassion and love, for a pirate whose humble sails free as the sea, on a righteous path, that's the life for me. The world just sails to the stars above, seeking treasure that's forged in compassion and love, for a pirate whose humble sails free as the sea, on a righteous path, that's the life for me.
Alrighty, beautiful. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I am the dust at the feet of God's servants. Only God is special. I said I am the dust at the feet of God's servants. Only God is special. Back to the chat. Simon says a few hot words here and there. No physical violence. And besides, seriously, I'd be a little bit more concerned if someone was next door threatening me than someone online. Yeah, and to be honest, I was only threatening if he had broken the law first. If he had done anything wrong first. So if he's scared of the violence, then that means he's broken the law. He's done something dodgy. He's done something he shouldn't have done. Oh, it looks like Ravioli's talking to Lieutenant. Oh, are they watching the stream? Is that what's going on? Are they watching the stream and commenting on it as they go along? Let's have a look. Oh, no, they're not, but they're talking about it, I guess. All right, let me stop sharing that for now. Back to me. Skywork says, would be interested in you explaining your perspective, even if I see it differently. Perhaps you can flesh out your understanding. I've already fleshed out my understanding a million different times. I've talked about it many different times, many different videos. I appreciate you're new here and you probably don't know it. It is what it is. But essentially, my view is that truth, love, compassion, contentment, humility, and hope are what you want to focus on in life, not lust, anger, greed, attachment, pride, and fear. Those things that I've just mentioned, those will put you into a negative spiral going downwards, whereas these things will put you in a positive spiral in your experience of life. The more you do this isn't going to be easy. Doing this when people are being rude to you, when people are obviously trying to be, what's the word I want to say? When people are obviously trying to be, I'm trying to think of a nice way of saying this. When someone's being obtuse, I wanted to say retarded, but I was trying not to say retarded. When someone's being obtuse, when they're stubborn in their own ways and they can't see a different perspective, sticking by this is going to be very difficult, but it builds character. It builds character and it makes you develop on yourself. It makes you reflect. So that's what I talk about on my perspective in life. I say that God does exist. It's not a belief, it's a knowing. I've had a personal experience where I can say, yes, I know that God exists. It's not a belief, it's a knowing. He's revealed lots of different stuff to me over the past year, well, over the past 30 years, but in the last year, especially, he's ramped up how much he's been like higher perspectives I never thought I'd ever get to. He kind of enlightened me on, so I could see from the higher perspective in regards to certain situations. But it depends on what you want to know about exactly, because my philosophy on life, my way of living, isn't just this. It constitutes everything. I've talked about everything on this channel. I've talked about UFOs, I've talked about politics, I've talked about the Israel and Palestine conflict. I've talked about everything you could think of. I've talked about Star Trek. I've talked about everything. Okay. So my thing kind of encompasses everything. If there's a particular thing you want to know my view on, I'll be happy to share it with you. But you need to be a bit more specific on what you want me to talk about rather than just generally talking about my views, because my views touch everything and I could talk about it for years. I've been talking about it for the past year so far and I'm still not done. Ravioli says, if Chris Ahmadi threatened Nagar and Lieutenant, but let's say Nagar, I have known Nagar for 30. Wow, that's a long time. The message, welcome to the channel, says, Ravioli, don't worry about those disbelievers, baby nose and fake Lieutenant. You can never trust them or their ways. And then the message dropped, Surah An-Nisa, believers, do not take disbelievers as allies instead of the believers. Would you like to give Allah solid proof against yourselves? Ravioli says, do you think I would ever talk to Ahmadi Chris in my life, Lieutenant? Really? Yeah. Ravioli, you're just arguing with them. They're not looking to see your point of view. They're not looking to see your perspective. They are stuck in their victim mentality. And they're trying to use emotional manipulation to try and get you to run back to them and go, oh, sorry, I didn't know it hurt you so much. I'm so sorry. That's what they're trying to do. That's essentially what they're trying to do. Simon says, I truly believe if Chris free will and opinion... Hold up. I truly believe if Chris free will and opinion and speech respected, you get a calm Chris. Seems hard for many to offer Chris respect as a human being. No, I think it's him not offering anyone else respect. If you notice, I did have a quick look on that video of where you guys were up on his channel. He wasn't talking that much. He wasn't trying to teach you guys that much. You guys were just kind of like doing your talk and he'd kind of like sit back and listen. And if you compare that to him a week ago, that's completely different. This is him evolving or trying to evolve. I think it's more outwardly, unfortunately, because nobody grows that quickly. As much as I'd like to say I grow quickly, it takes me time. It takes me time. I have to sit back, reflect, think, grow, and then do the action. Where someone literally the day before was talking shit about other people, to then all of a sudden be like, oh guys, peace and love, peace and love. There's no resonance to truth. It's more resonance with bullshittery. I hope I'm wrong, but unfortunately, I'm not very wrong very often, which sucks because I want to be wrong. I want them to grow and be better, but yeah. And him offer Chris respect as a human being. He doesn't show anyone else respect. How many times has he been on my channel and he's tried to talk down to me, tell me that I have no understanding, like Big Nose. He starts talking to me like Big Nose, saying, oh, you don't understand, or you don't know, or you've got an agenda, or you're this, or you're that. And all I've done is asked him a simple question. And the question I asked him last time when he started spewing at the mouth, like literally frothing, was, is God inside time and space or outside time and space? And he contradicted himself like 3 or 4 times trying to answer it. You know, the guy says he knows the name of God. He doesn't know shit. He doesn't know shit. His explanations of the verses are very basic. They're not very deep. There's no wisdom to it. It's just literally, oh, the fools, they don't know this, and I know this, and I will teach you all. And it is what it is. But it's, if you guys enjoy that, if you guys want to go over to that stream, I've got no problem with that. I've got no issues with that. If you guys enjoy that kind of content and you don't mind him being bipolar in this regard, where one day he's swearing at you guys, telling you to fuck off. Well, I've done that too, but I do it in a way of, I'm telling you that I don't need you here if you're going to be looking to start shit. If you're looking to grow and learn, then hang around. But if you're not, if you're just looking to poke the bear, then the bear will shout back or maul you back. But he tends to do it very erratically. Very erratically. There's no rhyme or reason with the way he does it. Not from my perspective anyway, at least. And like I said, he's been on my channel and he's been spewing at the mouth, literally foaming, swearing. You know, where's the respect from him? Where's the respect from him? Yeah. But yeah, if you want to go onto his channel and go have conversations, you're more than welcome to. I am not going to cry about it. I'm not going to feel any way about it. I'm just going to be like, cool, see you guys later. I'll do my thing. Skywork says, what exactly is God? Okay, so Skyworks, that kind of question, are you looking for a definition of what God means? Are you looking to get my perspective on what God is? Or are you asking for a generic explanation of what everyone agrees on? Because I think 2 of those you can answer yourself. The only one you can't answer is, what is my perspective on God, which I'll give you. But yeah, we'll see where that goes from there. So my perspective on God is formless, above everything, the first mover, all powerful, all seeing, all knowing, all creative, the best of the best of the best. That's it. If you need a further explanation on that, let me know what your issue is with what I said, and I'll try my best to further explain to you my perspective on that. But I think it's quite simple. It's quite similar to most other people. Simon says, listen to Chris's story he shares sometimes. The guy has done very well to get where he is today. Okay. Catherine says, Skyworks, do you believe you have a soul or spirit? Good question. Beverly says, Nose and Lieutenant, I have 0 issues with you. I want peace. Read carefully, Lieutenant. Nose, if I had heard him or seen him. Cool. I'm going to skip most of these because a lot of these conversations are random. They're about their conversations with Big Nose's channel from my channel, or their conversations about Chris, which is your choice, but I'll ignore your messages. Some say sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Let's be about building bridges, Nose, not blowing them up. Skywork says, but your response is patently obvious. Oh, my keyboard is playing up, but your response is blatantly obvious. Patently obvious. I think blatantly obvious. Okay, cool. Yeah, even just the truth is confused. What do you mean? Obvious. Yeah, it is. if he can't explain himself, he can't explain himself. But we'll see what happens. Simon says, unban everyone immediately and let it go. Forgive and you will be forgiven, Lieutenant. You know this. Ravioli says, demand. Do you think Labour Party will be wiped out in by elections May 1st? By elections. That's a good question. Labour Party. I don't think they'll be wiped out. I think it'll be a situation of a hung parliament, because they want to get more votes on the reform or on the UKIP. They want to have I think from what I'm seeing in the politics sphere at the moment, they want to blame everything on everyone else and then have a new party that's like, oh, look, we've got nothing to do with this. We're trying to clean up the swamp. You know, the same thing Trump did years ago, and then he just came into power and did the same thing as all the other people did. It's going to be one of those similar situations. So I don't think they're going to be completely wiped out. They will probably be coming out of power, but it'll be done in a way where they have a third party that somehow is gaining traction and becomes a new favorite. And yeah, it's all a bunch of games. It's not that important. It really isn't. Politics isn't that important in regards to the revolution we need to do. Okay, if we need to focus on revolution, an election means nothing. Simon says, be the bigger man knows, admit you were wrong for doing it, and then ban everyone for free. Skywork says that to foster good traits rather than bad traits is more conducive to better understanding and deeper knowledge. Oh, then if it's that obvious, then I shouldn't need to say it. People should already be doing it, but people don't. So that's why I am saying it. I've honestly, for most of my life, I hoped that people would understand this themselves, and I kept myself quiet. I kept myself to myself, thinking, all right, people will learn when they learn, everyone in their own time. But in the last few years, I saw an uptick in dumbness, retardedness, and I was like, okay, at this point, I need to start up a channel and kind of give my perspective, which is truth, love, compassion, contentment, humility, and hope. Because common sense isn't very common. Common sense isn't very common, Skyworks. You should know this. Ravioli says, demand, did you hear that Mike guy? No, I did not. Okay, he knew a lot about NASA. Cool. Simon says, demand, free will. He's on a journey of development. Let's show him love, compassion, contentment, etc. And love, demand. You exercise no control over what other channels we visit. No, exactly. That's what I say about Chris as well. I say he's on a journey. He is learning. Even Big Nose, they're learning. I don't want to tell you guys not to go on their channels or not to go learn from different people if you need to learn from different people. But what I would say is use discernment. Don't go there, think, oh, he said one thing that's quite good, and now just I'm going to listen to everything. I say with me as well, anything I say, question it, because that's how you're going to be able to think for yourself. If you just take what I say as, oh, it must be the truth, then you're not actually doing your own thinking. I want you to be able to go away and think for yourselves. I say all the time, I don't want followers here. I want leaders. I want you guys to be leaders in your own life and lead by example. That's all I can ask for. But whether you do it or not, that's up to you. Free will. Simon says, I appreciate that, man. No worries. I didn't do anything. It's God. God gave free will. I'm just restating what God's already given you. Skywork says your perspective in regards to the deeper knowledge and stuff. Maybe in regards to God, which I did. Ravioli says, demand, I like the campfire. Maybe this week you do another campfire vid. I might do. It depends on the weather and what I've got planned in life, because I live life at the same time. Skywork says a pre-existent mind. Yes, I wouldn't call it a mind, but yeah, a pre-existent force that has the ability to think, but it also has the ability to feel, and it has the ability to do. So yeah, it's not just a giant brain floating off in the sky. There is more to God than just a mind. Ravioli says, who is Skyworks, or what is Skyworks? I don't know. He's come over from Big Nose's channel. He says, I have a spirit. Simon enjoyed the campfire video as well. Catherine says, Skyworks, where does your spirit go after death? Ravioli says Skyworks, wasn't that thing in Terminator movie? That's what I was thinking of. Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator. Not Skyworks, Skynet. Skynet was in the Terminator movie. Yeah, it was Skynet. And Skyworks says conducive, not conductive. All right, cool. I hope that's answered all your questions in regards to my perspective, Skyworks. But essentially, like I said, guys, I hope these other channels grow. I hope they grow. But what I see them doing isn't growing. I see them putting on a mask. I see them putting on a mask and trying to be something that they're not. Unfortunately, when you do that, the mask will fall off at some point. The mask will fall off at some point. Like Big Nose's mask fell off. And then you guys finally realized, oh, Chris doing this whole Mr. Nice Guy act is going to fall off that's going to fall off as well soon. And yeah, it will show that he's still got more work to do. It shouldn't be a bad thing. It should be a way to self-reflect and to grow, but that needs to be done first. That's what I keep saying to you guys. That needs to be done first. You need to do self-reflection and grow first before you can start teaching other people your perspective. You know, if you're still working out your perspective and you're trying to teach other people, it's not going to be very consistent. It's not going to be very well thought out. It's not going to be true. It's going to be your opinion. So yeah, make sure you guys do the growth and the work that you need to on yourself. Early says Skynet. That's the one. Thanks to man. No worries. I am a well of useless information and sometimes useful information. Make sure you take what's necessary and question what's necessary. Really says my brain all over the place. Now it's all good. Skyworks says that's quite a claim. Is it based on feels? What's quite a claim? Is it something I said? Give me a bit more, because I say a lot. So I don't know what you're saying that to exactly. I just go with the flow. Catherine says, Gossy, we miss you and love you. Where is Gossy? Where is she hiding at? Oh, Ravioli asked the same question. Yeah, where is he? Yeah, not seen her on stream today. There's no Bible bot? No Bible bot? It is what it is. Cool. So yeah, Skyworks, if you could give me an idea of what you're talking about in regards to quite a claim, then I'll tell you if it's based on feels. Is it that God is more than just a mind? If it's me saying that God is more than just a mind, it's not based on feels, it's based on a higher perspective. I don't know what else to say to you, bro. And like I said, I'm not trying to prove anything to you. This channel isn't to say that, hey, God is real and you need to believe me. This channel is, hey, this is how I experienced God and how I know God is real. If you would like to experience God and know he is real, go down this route. Truth, love, compassion, contentment, humility, and hope. It's a long journey. It's a hard journey. But you will know the truth. You can't skip steps. You can't jump to the end. You can't go to the end of the book and go, oh, look, I read the entire book. No, you have to read each page and each chapter in its order in order to get to the end and then have that experience and go, yes, okay, God is legit. Ravioli says, anything eventful happened on Speaker's Corner today? I did not go. Skyworks says, I don't have a problem with the Big Nose in London and quite enjoy his approach. That's cool. Yeah, literally just the truth. Each to their own. That's cool. No stress. You can do what you want, bro. You can do what you want, but just know there's a heads up here. That he's a bit of a manipulator and he's not looking for truth. But it's up to you if you like his style, if you like him. You know, it is what it is. I thought I liked him until he started trying to talk down to me and trying to insinuate certain things. And then I was like, okay, cool. He's not a friend. And I don't like him as much anymore because I don't trust him and I can't like someone who lies. I could forgive him if they ask for forgiveness, but he never asks for forgiveness. He just kind of... It makes it he tries to gaslight, essentially. So what he does is, if you say to him, oh, Big Nose, you lied about this, You go, why do you have a problem with me lying? Or what I said, is it something to do with you? That's gaslighting. Instead of just dealing with the issue the other person's brought up, he's trying to flip it back and go, no, it's your problem because of this. It's like, no, you lied. You said something that was untrue. You said it on a public platform. I'm asking you whether you still stand by what you said, even though we're friends. And then you're going to go and claim this or that. At that point, you need to be a bit more self-reflective. You need to stand on the truth. But he won't. Because, like I said, he's just trying to manipulate and gaslight people. But it is what it is. If that's your flavor, that's your flavor. You're more than welcome to go there. Skyworks, he's an atheist, and so is Lieutenant. Skyworks says the claim that a pre-existent non-material mind existed prior to the universe. Yeah, cool. That like I said, it's not from fields, it's from a higher perspective. And not just a higher perspective, it's also a knowing. Like I said, it's not that I believe in God or I believe in the pre-existence of a non-material mind existing prior to the universe. It's not that. It's I know God is real. I know God is legit. Skywork says, I don't deny that you had an experience. What I query is your conclusion. You can't. You're saying you don't deny my experience, but what you query is my conclusion. The thing is, you don't know what my experience was. You don't know how it affected me. You don't know what it taught me, but you are querying the conclusion. Like I said, I'm not here to prove anything to anyone. If you can man up and go down this path, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. If you could go down this path, it'll take about 20 years of dedication. Probably quicker if you're a smart person. Then you can figure it out yourself, and then you can have your own experience, and then you can see if your conclusion is different to mine. But unless you have that same experience and reach a different conclusion, unfortunately, I won't be able to take your perspective on my personal experience. So it is what it is. Skywork says, do you dislike atheists? No, I do not. I just think atheists are like religious people. They're indoctrinated. Religious people believe in a book, believe in this, believe in that. They're being told what to believe. And same thing with atheists. Atheists believe there is no God. Atheists believe that science can answer everything. Atheists believe a lot of different things. So, yeah, I've got no issues with atheists. I don't dislike them, but I do think they're misguided, just like the religious people. Skyworks says, my flavor is life. That's good flavor. Simon says, Skyworks, you are risking being banned by Nose by talking to us. You know that, right? Yeah, I've let him know. I've let him know. The onus is on him. If he does end up getting banned, then that's the choice he decided to make. But I did try and warn him. All right, so I'm going to watch a quick video that the lieutenant, or LTG, added on her channel 6 days ago. It's only a 6-minute 15 video. And sorry, I just read her thingy. I'm merely part of the creation. I'm not the creator. Interesting. Let's watch this video. And share a video about me. Let's just skip the BS at the beginning. Here we go. The Chronicles of the Man. Love it. The Chronicles of the Man. With little devil ears and eyes. Love it. Right, so last couple of messages, and then I'm going to end the stream. He says, yes, God judged the wickedness of men, so the flood, so only Noah and family saved. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, good point, D. Good point. So everything you need to know about these hand signs, you might be surprised. Oh, they're saying that I'm doing devil hand signs now. Interesting. That's a rock on. That is me trying to explain something. Typically when I'm, explaining something, I'll be like this. And that one, I don't really do on stream, but if I'm sitting here, sometimes my hands will be in this kind of position. They will be in this kind of position. It's just, you can do anything with your hands. Sometimes I sit like this. Sometimes I sit like this. You know, sometimes I sit. Let me go big screen for this, because this is me showing off my ninja skills. And sometimes I do this. Katon. That's from Naruto. For the cool ones. For the cool ones. They know what that is. Anyway, so yeah, apparently they have an issue with my hand signs as I'm talking. It's hilarious. Hilarious. I honestly did not see that coming. All right, cool. Let's keep this going. Let's keep this going. Let me just remove that comment from the side so that we can see the full screen properly. All right, here we go. Devil horns, or hand gesture of the horns.
The 7,000 years I'm talking about isn't even all the time, because you obviously believe that before the 5,000 years before Jesus, there was a flood, and there was probably 1,000 or 10,000 years before that, because there was all those lineages. So essentially, let's say the world is 12,000 years old. You're saying that God only took those sins of the 2,000 years at the very end, when it should be easier for us to not sin because of the printing press, because of all the people evangelizing.
Why didn't they mention this hand symbol? Why didn't they mention this hand symbol? Oh. I guess it doesn't fit the narrative of he's the devil. I call myself the devil, so it's nothing I wasn't expecting. But yeah, it's funny that that's what they picked on. They're not picking on anything I've said. They're just picking on my hand signs. Strange. Sad, but carry on.
Because of all the people Jesus sent out to spread the gospel. That's the period of time that he's chosen to forgive people, but not the period before. Once again, doesn't sound very merciful. Does not sound very merciful. And like I said, I think it's just the way the doctrine is taught. I don't think that's the truth. I think God can forgive all sins for all time. And he could do it without having a stipulation that you need to profess Jesus as God in order to get that kind of forgiveness. I think it comes from a simple place of actually having repentance from the heart. But, you know, what do I know? I'm not a Christian, and apparently I'm a snake. So, and I'm the son of perdition, you know? So it is what it is. It is what it is. You guys keep following your doctrine and your ways that you want. That's fine. It's your choice, free will and everything. But please stop selling, because I'm not buying. Okay?
I'm not buying.
I don't want to buy their religion. I don't want to buy the Jewish religion. I don't want to buy the Christian religion. Okay? I've already found God. Whether you agree with me or not, that's a you problem. You don't know my heart. You don't know my connection with God. You don't know my relationship with God. You only know your own heart and your own relationship. So only judge thyself.
Wow. Okay, cool. Okay, that's the 666 sign. That's the 666 sign, is it? Okay. You know, like when these Buddhists or people are meditating, they're sitting there like this with this kind of symbol on their knees. You know, before Jesus even turned up, there was all these Buddhists and all these other people who were meditating like this. Oh, apparently they were Antichrist as well, apparently, yeah? This is so sad. I can't believe that the Big Nose logic and reasoning are going down this route. I expected better from them, honestly. I honestly expected better from them. I thought they'd argue my points at least. Argue some of the things I say, because I say some crazy stuff sometimes. But they don't pick up on that. They pick up on this shit. This childish nonsense. Oh, he did this while he was talking. He was trying to say this and this. But what he was really saying was 666. Oh, weirdos. And they like taking the piss out.
Once again, according to the Bible, we're judging others. So live and let live. Live and let live. And Lieutenant, I know you're there behind the scenes. Stop being a snake. Stop lying. Stop being the Big Nose's bitch. Grow up. Stop acting like a child. You're an older lady who acts like a man, who talks down to people and then acts all innocent afterwards. It's disgusting. Honestly, it's disgusting. And God will deal with you in his own way. I don't need to do any kind of Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, the reason I said Jeffrey Dahmer was because they were talking on their stream, and they said they watched one of my streams, and they were talking about one of these serial killers from America. And I don't know if it was Jeffrey Dahmer or someone, Ted Bundy or whatever. I don't know these people, but I just know them by name. So I was just saying that, where you're sitting on your stream talking about me after you've been sitting here watching my stream, and then you go to your stream and you talk about me, and then claim certain things that I'm being violent and how it's reminiscent of this serial killer in America. That's why I've mentioned it. It's not a Freudian slip. That's why she paused the video when she paused it. Look how quickly she paused the video, and I don't think it's going to go back to the conversation as I'm having it.
Disgusting. You're an older lady who acts like a man, who talks down to people and then acts all innocent afterwards. It's disgusting. Honestly, it's disgusting. And God will deal with you in his own way. I don't need to do any kind of Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yes, I don't need to do anything. God will deal with you in his own way. That's what I'm saying. But she doesn't pick up on that. She goes, ooh, that's a whopper. A Freudian slip. Dumbasses. Seriously, it seems like I'm arguing with 3-year-olds. It seems like I'm arguing with 3-year-olds. It's so sad. I expected a little bit more mental maturity from these people. But I guess it's my fault for expecting too much. Damn, how long are we gonna... Damn, they really want us to look at this, don't they? Oh, and then once again, talking about Little Miss Biblebot, D. Gossie supports demand, as if like, as if she's my keeper. It's like, no, she's just someone who comes on my channel and she sits there and she does her Biblebot thing. A lot of times we disagree about things. It is what it is. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we disagree. It is what it is. But I don't have a bitch like Big Nose has. Okay, I don't have someone running around doing whatever I want them to do, watching other people's streams, making videos like this. I don't have anyone like that. I'm doing this all myself, solo dolo. And if Biblebot comes in and drops some Bible verses, that doesn't mean she supports me as a human being or anything. She's just going, okay, do you know what? This is somewhere I can chill out and I could do my Bible botting without getting told off. And we could agree and disagree at loads of different things and move on, move forward. But yeah, so far this 6-minute video, and we're 4 minutes in, are claiming that I do this as a devil sign, claiming I do this as a devil sign, and then also this. Well, not even that, it's that. And then I'm also Freudian slipping with the Jeffrey Dahmer, and then they keep mentioning D, but nothing has actually been shown about D. Nothing has been shown about Jeffrey Dahmer except me bringing it up, saying that I'm not going to do that. I'll let God deal with it. And then in regards to me doing the hand symbols, it's just me explaining something. And if I'm explaining something, I'll be like this, I'll be like this, I'll be talking like this. I do a lot of hand gestures, you know? I do a lot of hand gestures. That's a snake, by the way. That's a woo. I do a lot of weird hand gestures all the time as I'm talking. And I do this as well. I go, it's about the balance. This could be seen as a rock symbol, possibly, if I did that. But I do it like this to show one scale and the other scale where they're just balancing. They're not like this, they're not like that, but it balances out. So I do a little wobble to show it's fluctuating because of the balance is so perfect. I can't believe this is what they're using. This is the ammunition. God, they're sad. But let's keep it going. This is fun. And let's see if it carries on the conversation about the Jeffrey Dahmer thing.
Or whatever. What was the guy you said? Whatever crazy guy you mentioned earlier in your stream.
There you go. Whatever guy you mentioned in your stream. Literally. The only reason I brought up Jeffrey Dahmer was because I thought that's the name you guys mentioned on your stream, referencing him to me. No Freudian slip. No. Oh, God, these guys are trying really hard to paint a narrative. They're trying really hard to paint a narrative. Keep going, guys. I find it hilarious. I find it hilarious. So I'm enjoying it regardless. But
I'm not going to do anything like that. Unless you guys attack me first and I'm defending myself, then I'll knock you the fuck out.
Oh, threats of violence from the man. What did I say exactly? What did I say that's a threat of violence? Oh, I said, if you attack me first, I will defend myself. And then I'll knock you the fuck out. Huh. So the threat of violence is if you're violent first. Oh, no. They ignore that part. You know, like the other day with me saying to Big Nose, if you did touch little kids, I'll break your neck. The man said he's going to break my neck. No. When would he break your neck? If you touch little kids. When would I threaten violence? If I'm defending myself. Context goes away in these guys' minds because they're trying to play the victim. They're constantly trying to play the damn victim. It's sad. I'm just gonna read, and then back to BibleBot D. What has D got anything to do with this video? They haven't highlighted any of her comments or anything to say, oh look, she's supporting him, she's agreeing with him or anything like that. They're just going, oh look, she supports the man. But let's just play back what I said exactly, just so you can hear it in context. This isn't me editing the video. This is literally what I said on the video they've used.
Mentioned earlier in the stream, I'm not going to do anything like that. Unless you guys attack me first and I'm defending myself, then I'll knock you the fuck out.
Oh, if you attack me first and I'm defending myself, then I'll knock you the fuck out. Is that threats of violence or threats of
I'll
defense?
give you a knuckle sandwich with extra cheese, no problem.
Oh, let's just.
Even if you are a woman, I'll give you a knuckle sandwich with extra cheese, no problem.
Yeah, even if you are a woman, if you come to attack me, if you're going to act like a man and attack a man, then you're going to get hit like a man. Even if you are a woman. I'm about gender equality. Okay? I'm all about gender equality. Equal rights and equal lefts, motherfuckers. Equal rights and lefts. If you want equality, don't cry. Don't cry afterwards. Okay? If you're going to, like I said, this is a self-defense situation. I'm talking in a self-defense situation. If you guys come and attack me, I will defend myself and I will punch you. I will fight back. I'll do what I need to do to defend myself. And I won't care if you're a woman. If you're a woman and you come to attack me, I will treat you like a man because you're acting like a man. If you think that there's no consequences to your actions, that's a you problem. But yeah, they're taking it out of context because, you know, they want to play the victim. They want the world's smallest violin just for them. Threats of violence from the man. And then back to D, obviously.
I don't give a shit about you. I talk about you. I'll put you down.
Yes, I'll put you down when you're talking shit.
He says God is merciful, judges the wicked, and made a way for the wicked men to come to the knowledge of the truth to grace. Like I said, that's after the printing press. That's after he sent his people out to evangelize.
Oh my god, that was a horrible video. That was a horrible video. Oh my days. It was fun. It was fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie. I did enjoy watching it. It was a good laugh to have, seeing how pathetic and sad they are. But it's also kind of sad to see how pathetic and sad they are. It's like, really? Am I living in your head rent free for this much time and you're holding on to all of this, that you have to make this? And literally we just heard Big Nose saying that I can forgive, I can let go, but these people, you know, they can't let go. Oh, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. I love life. Life is amazing. The irony. God, you really did a good job. You make it interesting. He makes it interesting for sure. Let's have a quick look at the chat. I think I might have missed a few. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, here we go. Skyworks, yep. And then someone says, all good, man, thanks, in regards to something. I'm not sure what, but no worries. Skyworks says, are you certain that I might not understand to some extent the experience you may have had? Yes, because it was a personal experience and it was built upon everything else that's happened in my life. You know, if you have a personal experience of watching someone build an engine, but you haven't had the personal experience of them sitting in the classroom, studying all the different diagrams of engines, studying how the combustion chamber works, how everything is put together, how the torque of the screws is important to ensure that it doesn't vibrate and come apart on itself while it's driving. If you didn't understand all the theory that this other person went through in their personal experience, you sitting there watching them build this engine doesn't mean you understand what they're doing. So you have to understand it's built on the previous understandings. And this is why I say it's a journey. It's not something you're going to do overnight. It's not something you could just go, oh, yesterday I was a dickhead and today I'm fine. No, it's a long ass journey and it's hard. Nobody changes overnight. That's why I'm saying a lot of people that are pretending to change, people who are talking about certain talking points that I use, are only doing it because they realize that, hey, there's no way we can argue with this guy because he is talking about things that people need to do more of, you know? So then they're like, okay, we'll use this and we'll use that. But they don't have the work done within themselves. So it's not coming from a place of truth. It's coming from a place of manipulation. And that mask will fall. That mask will fall. It's just a matter of time. I don't need to prove anything to anyone to do that. It will happen eventually. And then the people who are over there will realize themselves and go, oh shit, you know what? We got duped again. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't mind people going through that experience because if they need that experience to learn, then they need that to learn. Just the truth says hand signs. What nonsense. They're really clutching at straws. Exactly. Ravioli says Illuminati hand signs. Yep. Oh, Dee's here. Welcome back, Dee. She says, hey guys, coming in. Little Miss Bible Bot. I do support Dee. Oh, you do support me. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Dee. Glad to see you back. Simon says Nose channel has become like a backup storage channel for Demand and Chris. Yeah, if you can't find my videos here, you'll find them over there. A useful idiot, I guess, in a way, the Nose. Yeah, but he doesn't realize that what he's doing is just promoting me on his channel for free. You know, he's giving me free advertising. And hey, if he wants to, that's his choice, you know. But I think it'd be better if he focused on his own content, on his own journey, and he actually grew. I'd prefer that. As much as I don't mind the free advertising, and I don't mind him constantly talking to his chat about me, I'd be more happier with him working on his own life and him progressing as he needs to. D says Miss Biblebot Sports DD. Get over it, guys. Love and compassion here. Thank you for giving sponsor of the Miss Biblebot support of DD. Just Drew says in it Major K. Yep, in it. Someone says a useful idiot for the idiot. How ironic. I love irony. D says like you use my knuckled sandwich with extra cheese for headline. Awesome, love. Yes, exactly. Captain says it does look like a 3-year-old wrote it. I'm not gonna lie, it looks kind of cute. It looks like they tried really hard, like on paint. So I could appreciate that. Hey, some people may not have the right programs, the right understanding, or the right skills in order to use different programs to make it a little bit nicer or whatever, legible. So I appreciate the effort they went into doing that. You know, using paint to do that is. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. And I like the fact they call it the Chronicles of Demand. You know, they make me sound more epic than I am. I'm pretty epic. I am pretty epic. But the Chronicles of Demand? Did not expect that one. I did not expect that one. D says, yeah, yeah, I was here before their channel and I gave knuckle cheese sandwiches with extra cheese. Love you guys. Nose Lieutenant. I love everyone. God say love, forgive, and I forgive you. Just the truth says illiterate. Ravioli says Matthew 6:14-15. For if you forgive other people when they sin against you, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if you do not forgive others their sins, your Father will not forgive your sins. Yes, but the idea behind that is that they have to be seeking repentance in order for you to forgive them. I think there's 2 ways to forgive. I've said this before on previous streams. I forgive people in regards to like the Big Nose and Lieutenant. I forgive them in regards to I let go of any animosity or anger or hatred towards them. I don't hold it against them. I just go, it is what it is. That's where they are in the journey. I don't hold any anger towards them. However, that doesn't mean that I've forgotten, and it doesn't mean that I allow them to continue talking down to me or talking down to other people. There's a line. If they want to come back on channels and have conversations and actually have a proper dialogue and be friendly again, they have to repent first. And if they repent, I will forgive. I will forgive. And I will hope that they've grown. But if they then end up repeating the same mistakes after they've asked for repentance, after they've asked for forgiveness, when they've repented and they ask for forgiveness and I forgive them, and they can again do the same thing that they were asking forgiveness for, at that point I'm going to go, do you know what? I don't know if it's right. I'll forgive them again, but I won't give them another chance. I won't give them another chance to come into my circle. I'll have to leave them on the outside. Not that I want to, but you know, you got to look at people's behavior. You got to look at their words and their actions together. Not just their words, not just their actions, but the words and actions together. D says Catherine Ramsey might have been love that 3-year-old. Did not lie. I support DD. Love and compassion. Thank you, D. Appreciate you supporting me. Simon says no, showing everyone his love, compassion, hope, contentment, etc. No style. Ravioli says you like D. Apparently, amen. Ravioli. Just the truth says 14 here versus 3 big nose viewers. Wow. Okay, that is a big difference. Says a lot about. I don't like to compete with numbers. Once upon a time, I had 0 viewers, and he had 20 odd viewers. You know, and there were people who were around me saying, "Oh, why has he got more viewers than you? Is he better than you?" Blah 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 blah. That's right. No, it's just it is what it is. It is what it is. Sometimes people will resonate with his message a little bit more than mine. It is what it is. And when they want to resonate with mine, they could come here and listen. That's all good. So the numbers change all the time. Numbers don't really matter that much. It's more about the growth. I'd rather have people that are actually truly wanting to grow rather than people that are trying to tear other people down. Don't get me wrong. Like I say, we could have a little bit of fun here and there as well. But it's not about tearing other people down just to make yourself look good. Ravioli says, I love your Bible verses. They help me when I read them. Thank you, D. D says, I'm loving this. Miss Biblebot of Knuckle Cheese Sandwich made headlines. Love ya. Support DD stream and get in the headlines. Special. Yes, exactly. The more you guys support, the more you're going to have videos made about you. You'll end up on the special guest list. Also, while I say that, I might as well remind you guys to hit the like button while you're here. The stream was meant to end a while ago, and it will actually end in the next 5 minutes. I really have to end it in the next 5 minutes. So get your last few messages in, hit that like button, and then the stream will end in 5 minutes. Someone says a real lot. Just toxin is such an attractive perfume. More repellent, yes. I'm loving this. Shows love and compassion and the time to reflect and forgive your enemies. Love all. Yes, love all. Simon says self-defense. Yeah, they don't pick up on the self-defense bit. No, it doesn't suit the narrative. D's dropped my link for the Praising Frequencies, guys. That's my music channel. Go ahead and like and subscribe there if you want. Simon says a step to the left, a step to the right. D says I love the headline, a knuckle sandwich with extra cheese. Love the support and love. Yeah, like I said, Lieutenant's made 2 videos on her channel about me, which I appreciate. You know, one of them's 4 hours long and the other one's 6 minutes. Ravioli says, D, what actually happened between you and Lieutenant? I think they just had a disagreement. I think it was Lieutenant talking down to people. Simon says, are they protest signs about D? Possibly, yeah. Or placards, yeah. Ravioli says, I didn't even know there was this deeper problem, disagreement. No, neither did I. Until I started seeing people turn up on my channel again. I was like, oh, welcome back. Did not expect to see you here. And they were like, oh, yeah, this happened over there or that happened over there. And I'm like, okay, cool. Catching up on the gossip. Simon says, are they... Oh, catching up on the news. Simon says, are they protesting about D? Yes, they are. They've had an issue with D coming over here for a while. Don't forget, she was here before a lot of you other guys. She made it back before a lot of other people did. She sent me a message telling me I needed to be nicer to Big Nose and Chris. I told her to do one. I said I am being nice to them, but if they're going to swear at me, then I will treat them like the little kids they are. If they're going to act like little kids, I'll treat them like little kids. And then she argued with me, and I argued with her, and we both gave our opinions. And then she decided to come back. You know, I think open and honest communication is important. You could disagree with people, no problem, but you don't hate the other person just because you disagree with them. That's just silly. Catherine says to Skyworks, "Are you still here?" Sending loves and hugs. D says she comes against me and was telling her to quit attacking and quit being prideful and hindering. And of course, Cat, love precious Cat. She does not stop my freedom and scriptures. Yeah, I think that's another big thing as well, that people were trying to control others over there. I think that was a big issue for people. Skyworks says I'm in both streams. D says they are making accusations without a cause. I forgive them. Good on you, D. Simon says demand refused to be Noses lab rat, analyzed, dissected, and the subject of a case study. Well, he's probably going to do it anyway, but I'm not going to play into it because I know what when I go on his channel, if I go onto the stage, he's not going to answer any questions. He's just going to try and manipulate the conversation. And the thing is, I'm a bit honest, and I'm like, and I have hope that like if I answer a couple of questions, maybe he'll open up and be able to answer some questions. But I've learned from past mistakes that doesn't ever happen. I'll answer a few questions, and as soon as I ask something, he avoids it and then asks another question. So I'm like, I don't want an interrogation. Like I said before, if he wants to interrogate me, I'll happily do it. I've got no issues with it, but he needs to pay me for my time. He needs to pay me for my time. And then I'll come on his stream and then he can interrogate me as much as he wants. I'll answer all his questions. I won't ask him a single question because he'll be paying me to be there. And I'll be like, cool, that's the conditions. You paid me. I turned up. You asked me questions. I don't ask you any questions. We're good. That's the deal. But saying, come on up, demand, let's talk about this. That's a lie. It's not going to be a conversation about anything. It will be, oh, why do you feel like this? Why do you this? Oh, what does this mean? What does that mean? Oh, and so it's like constant interrogation from an invitation for a conversation. Wait. So yeah, I'm not stupid. I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid. Justice says amen. D says Luke 6:27, but I say unto you which hear, love your enemies, do good to them which hate you. Catherine says Skyworks, you are very knowledgeable and very wise. Not sure about that. Skyworks has not said enough to make that judgment. Don't butter him up for the sake of buttering him up. Be honest, be truthful. Unless you really think he is wise, please let me know why. Someone says, treat the man as a human being, please. Respect. It is what it is. It's their choice how they want to treat me. But I'm not going to be offended by it. I'm not crying into my pillow at night or anything. Honestly, I talk about it online and then I go off and I forget about it completely. Well, I forget about them. I think about my actions and I think about what I said and whether I stand by it or not. But I don't think about whether. But I don't think about what they said in regards to it hurting my feelings. Like I said, in the 4 years I was at high school, I went into 9 fights. None of those fights I started. Okay, if I wanted to be a victim, I could easily be a victim. I've got enough emotional baggage that from my life where I could just go, oh, look at this situation, look at that situation, look at that. Oh, everyone's always picked on me. Everyone's always picked on me. I could go down that route if I wanted to, but it doesn't serve me. It doesn't help me get better. It doesn't help me get stronger. I recognize that how I could feel like that, but I also recognize that how life happens, and sometimes it happens for you. So all these 9 fights I had were preparing me for the later life battles, you know, later life dealing with situations such as this, where people will talk shit about you and you just have to laugh it off because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Skywork says, I find demand to be an interesting case study. Matthew 5:44, but I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. Skyworks laughed at something and said, what hubris? I'd like to know what in regards to, but I don't think I'll get an answer. But it's all right. It is what it is. Catherine says, Skyworks, are you in the medical field? He says, no. Ravioli says, so it was just that you post Bible verses, D. Is that it, or am I missing something? D says, I was accepted to the channel, didn't mind buying subscriptions, but when I bought the word to the lieutenant for being unloving and unpeaceful and fake Christian and pushing buttons of born again believers, they could not handle the truth, but I forgave them and stand for the truth, God's truth, love. Booyah! Mic drop. Ravioli says, but Lieutenant is Christian and you're Christian, D. She's a fake Christian. Simon says, is this a new book? The Chronicles of the Man? Yeah, must be. Must be. It'll be my life story. Maybe that's what I'll name my book. And then they'll try and sue me and say, we came up with the name first. Ravioli says, you both love Jesus. Just True says, Kat, I'm kind of in the medical field. I'm a dentist. D says, yes, more Ravioli. I put Lieutenant in place. She did not. She did a lot of hate and wrong, and I called it out. Ravioli says, just the truth. Nice, you're a dentist. I'm just going to skip some of these messages in regards to dentistry and whatnot. I appreciate you guys just having a chat amongst yourselves. It's good. But I just, like I said, I want to end the stream very soon. I've got something to do. Skywork says, is this a theist channel mainly? It's a theist perspective, but it's not something... Well, I love talking about God. I could talk about God for hours and hours and hours. About his amazingness, about how he's given us life, how he's given us the trees, the grass, the birds, the bees, the butterflies, the hawks, the robins, all these beautiful creatures, and how we should appreciate him more. I could talk about that all day long, but typically I just talk about anything. I'll talk about politics sometimes I'll talk about Big Nose, sometimes I'll talk about God, sometimes I'll talk about one of these things in relation to my life experiences, and I'll just talk about it. But yeah, it's a theist perspective, but it's not just talking about theism. It's talking about all aspects of life, because spirituality isn't just about God. It's about life as well. It's the balance between life and God. Simon says, no, is a big fan of your dentistry. Oh, I bet that. Skywork says, a theist hangout? No, not necessarily. I used to have a lot of atheists back in the day. In fact, when I first started the channel, the only people that came here were just atheists. So anyone's welcome here. Anyone's welcome here. As long as you're not retarded, and you're not retarded being that you're not just here spewing hate or just spewing verbal attacks at people. If you are going to say something about what someone has said, attack the point, not the person. So as long as you do that and you keep it civil, you're more than welcome to hang out. Anyone else, regardless of whether they're atheist or not. I'm gonna have to skip some of the Bible botting, I'm afraid. Yep. D says, yeah, I can take it. Persecution. Jesus said we will be persecuted, but didn't think it would come from Lou, who said she loves God. Just the truth says, not nice when you get an infection. Oh, that's in regards to dentistry. D says, hating on Miss Bible Bot, and I was always here, going here. Nose and Chris, free will. Yep, exactly. You're able to go to whatever channel you like, watch whatever you like, support whoever you like. And if it's not me, it's not me. You know, if it's not me, if it's someone else that you prefer to listen to, then go listen to them. If you think they've got more understanding, more knowledge, or more guidance that you can take from, more than welcome to go over there. I don't have any issues with that. I am not trying to hold anyone here against their will. No, Simon says, Nose and Lieutenant, in all sincerity, if you guys are bipolar or have, let's say, mental health issues, which I'm starting to think you have, I'm terribly sorry, totally understand and empathize. That's very big of you, Simon. D says, I have authority to call and the lies and rebuke and reprove, all authority from God in Jesus' name. Amen. Simon says, I am 100% not about making light of others' challenges. Yes, no, you shouldn't make light of other people's challenges. Everyone goes through different parts in their life. You know, you may go through a similar situation in a few years or even a few months. You never know. And you'd want the same compassion you gave to others. Just Drew says, yes, let's be empathetic. Yep, exactly. So the thing is this, because they will go, oh, this D-man, this idiot, like he likes to be called, he talks about compassion and truth and humility and hope, but he talks down to us and he tells us we're wrong. It's like, yeah, no, I could be empathetic, but I will still call you out on your bullshit if you're wrong. You know, they're not mutually exclusive. Just because I have compassion doesn't mean I have to lie to you just to keep you happy. No, that's not compassion. That's actually fear. I'm scared. If I did that, if I just lied to you and said, oh no, you're great, big nose, you don't need to change, you're fine, you know, if I just carried on encouraging this mental illness, that's my fear that I am too scared to tell you the truth. But that's not the case. I'm not scared. I'll tell you the truth with compassion, with empathy still. Someone says we just don't know. Do we? It's the internet. Yes, internet. Ravioli says Nagar likes your channel. Thank you. I'm glad she's enjoying it. Ask her if she's going to come back. I did drop my email, so she could drop me an email if she wants to come back and have another chat. I do have further questions in regards to the Baha'u'llah and the Baha'i faith. I got to show this one. Simon says Skyworks are playing as a snitch role over at Noses channel. Is he going over there and saying, oh, they're saying this, they're saying that? Let's see. Let me just load up his stream quickly. I don't mind if he is, but it's just funny. A soul employed, discouraged by detractors, one's evolving psyche. I think the soul is mistaken with spirit. Okay, they're just talking random stuff. That's okay. They're talking nice stuff. They're not talking shit. Well, in the chat anyway. I don't know what he's saying. It's muted. But yeah, I won't call Skyworks a snitch at the moment. I'll just say he's intrigued. I'd say he's intrigued. He did. No, was it him? No, Six Kings who said some dodgy stuff, but I don't think Skyworks said anything dodgy to me earlier. I'll have to double check. Catherine says, Skyworks, what have you been saying on the other channel's chat? He hasn't said anything bad. He's just talking regular. He's actually having an intelligent conversation, I think, from my quick look at it. If I looked into it deeper, I might maybe see something else, but just my quick glance at it looks like it's just a regular conversation. I think Skyworks is actually sitting on the fence at this moment. He's not taking any sides, which is good. You know, don't reserve judgment unless you know. And if you don't know, learn. D says to Simon, God bless, to be loved by your enemies and at peace with them. Simon says, no need, Skyworks, go read Noses chat. You are on it typing. Yeah, he's on it typing, but he's not saying anything negative, I don't think. Not what Simon K is putting forward, Catherine. Skyworks, don't use bullshit, asshole, and snake. They've already been taken. If you didn't get that, Skyworks, what they're saying is that they've already claimed people as bullshitters, arseholes, and snakes. So if you are going to call people names, you can't use those three names because they're already taken. Don't get into argument, guys. Don't get into argument. I'll call the truth for the truth. And like I said, I don't see Skyworks saying anything bad over there at the moment. It just looks like a conversation, but I can't hear what Big Nose is saying either. So someone says, hypocrites, Nose and Lieutenant, why is Skyworks free to roam? That's a good question. Why isn't he or she banned? Oh, because they are of use. Yeah, right. Got it. Okay. So they're sending Skyworks to ask the questions they want to ask. Is that what it is? They're probably telling him, well, go ask this, go ask that, and then he's coming over and asking. Is that what's going on? Someone says, what a crock. Skyworks says, I haven't used any of those terms. No, I thought you didn't understand it. That's why I explained why those terms. Nose and Lieutenant have used those terms already on some people. D says, DD, I don't need guidance. God is my guide, but love your channel and compassion. That's fine. I've got no issues with that. I say all the time, if you found God, well done. You know, you've done what you needed to do. As long as you stay focused on it, it's all good. I'm not trying to convince anyone to join my cult or anything like that. I'm just saying, hey, find God. Go down the truth, love, compassion, contentment, humility, and hope route. Skyworks says, Simon K is spreading falsehoods. but that's okay. I hear you calling out Simon K, Skyworks. I hear you calling out Simon K, but are you calling out Big Nose? Are you calling out the Big Nose with his falsehoods? Are you consistent? That's the question, buddy. That's the question. Are you consistent? Just the Truth says Simon K is a genuine guy with integrity, unlike that channel. D says sounds like another false bearing Taylor Wonder Ninja here. Cap says, guys, chill. Yeah, exactly. Chill. Simon says, am I Sky? Are you not here? Or is that a figment of my imagination? No, Simon's point is essentially that they've said that anyone that comes over onto this stream will be banned. And the fact that you're here and over there and they know it and they haven't banned you is that you're somehow doing something good for them. That you're of use to them. That's why they haven't banned you. Because otherwise that rule will apply to everyone, including you. So he makes a very, very obvious statement based on the truth of what's going on. But in regards to the chatting shit stuff, I'm not sure about. Like I said, I haven't seen you say anything bad, but I haven't seen you trying to defend me either, or call out Big Nose for his lies. But you want to call out other people here for their lies. Sort it out, mate. Sort it out. Stay consistent. Ravioli says it's funny when Nose says charlatan. Just as you say, seems like you're antagonizing Demand and Simon here. Not antagonizing me. He's asking questions, but it's fine. I could deal with it. Someone says, by Nose's rules, you are chatting on a perceived enemy's channel, Skyworks. You should be banned from Nose's channel by his rules. 2-tier banning. 2-tier banning. Skyworks says, I am both streams, but I have not been disparaging about anyone. D says, ninjas, God loves you. I forgive you. I do. Much love and prayers. Simon's calling you out, Nose. Forget what he is saying. Focus on 2-tier banning. I'm going to skip most of these conversations because we'll do this one. Simon says, I do me. The point Demand is relaying what is being said here back on their chat. No, I appreciate that. He's relaying what we're saying over there, but he hasn't said anything negative. And to be honest, Nose and Lieutenant are, I'm pretty sure they have the stream running simultaneously as their own stream. The amount of times I've seen them say, oh, Demand just said this, or Demand said that, or they've literally just responded to something I've said, but not mentioned me on their stream is like more than coincidence. So I have a feeling that they run both streams at the same time. They can't get enough. So they're going to hear it anyway. But at least Skyworks gets to hear both sides of the argument, you know? At least he gets to see both sides and he can make his own mind up. That's what I would want. I want him to make his own mind up. If he turns around and says, yeah, Demand's a dickhead, cool. That's his opinion. That's what he's decided. Fine. He could believe that. He might be wrong, but he could believe that. Or if he chooses to believe that they're dickheads, that's his choice. That's what he chooses to believe. He could be wrong, but that's his choice. I'd rather allow him to make up his own mind based on what he can see and hear. Ravioli says everybody's watching each other. This is some madness. Yeah, I'm not scared of saying I watch them every once in a while. Like I said, I'll go onto this stream looking for an interesting conversation. You know, I like conversations, and sometimes they may have some interesting guests. Back in the day, anyway, at least. So sometimes I don't mind going on for a little bit, listening in. I used to message in the chat as well. Used to give my own comments. I didn't have no problem supporting another person's channel. You know, it doesn't bother me. That's how I saw it. I saw it as me supporting another person's channel. It was me listening to the conversations, me adding to their numbers of viewers, me adding to their chat. I didn't have to do that. I just chose to. And it wasn't always me being negative. It was always some kind of positive, well, I hope it was, some kind of positive input into the conversation. But recently, like I said, due to circumstances, I realized that he didn't want to be friends because he was trying to... What's the word he uses? Discredit? No, not discredit. What's the word he uses? Is that defamation. When he started doing defamation on me, that's when I was like, okay, cool. He's not a friend. He doesn't want to be friends. He's just using the title of friends just to get shit out of me, because he'll only say friends when he wants something. But when he doesn't want anything, then he's willing to throw me under the bus. So I was like, cool, it is what it is. And at that point, I left his channel completely. But I do go on it every once in a blue moon, just to, like today, I was in the middle of making my thumbnail, and I was like, oh, he's streaming. Let's just click on that for a few minutes. And then I was like, oh, he's talking about me. Great. Great. I was hoping an interesting conversation, but no, they're just talking about me and lying again, but it's fine. Sam says no. Skyworks is flipping between chats. Ravi says knows how are the charlatans. All right, cool. Skyworks says, what is God other than an idea? God is a being, the first being, the only being, the last being. God is God. Ravioli says he's got a question. They said, did you threaten Lieutenant and Big Nose? We just watched the video. We just watched the video on this. So I'll share the video again if I can. So basically, let me see. Can I? No, it won't let me go to her channel. Oh wait, maybe. Oh, she did post it. Give me a second, guys. I think there's a link here from Lieutenant. Yes, here we go, to her channel. All right, so Ravioli, your question, very good question. I did say that if Big Nose ever touched little kids in a really dodgy way, I would break his neck. So yes, I said that. But I didn't say that I'm going to attack them for the sake of attacking them. I didn't say that I'm going to attack them because I feel good by attacking them. I didn't say anything like that. I said, if you've done something to little kids, I will break your fucking neck. And I'll do the time for that crime. But I will do what I need to do. So I said that recently, very recently. And then on this stream here, I said, basically they claimed that they said something about me being similar to like an American serial killer. And then I kind of responded to that and said, no, I only fight in defense. And then I said this particular thing, which they've obviously taken out of context again. So listen to what I say and then look at how they've titled it on this screen. Or whatever. What was the guy you said? Whatever crazy guy you mentioned earlier in your stream. I'm not going to do anything like that. Unless you guys attack me first and I'm defending myself. So unless you guys attack me first and I'm defending myself, listen to the context. If you attack me first and I'm defending myself, what will I do? Then I'll knock you the fuck out. Then I'll knock you the fuck out. Is that a threat of violence or is that a threat of self-defense? Is that a threat of violence or a threat of self-defense? And then I added, even if you are a woman, I'll give you a knuckle sandwich with extra cheese, no problem. Even if you are a woman. So this was part of the continuation. I will, if you attack me, I will fight you back in self-defense. I will knock you the fuck out. And even if you are a woman and you're coming to attack me, I'll punch you. Because if you're a woman and you're acting like a man, thinking you can come and attack me, then you're going to get treated like a man. If I'm going to defend myself against any man that comes up to punch me, then I'm going to defend myself against any woman that comes to punch me as well. Like I said earlier, I believe in equal rights and equal lefts. Pow. So yeah, this is how they are taking the threats of violence. It's completely out of context. It's them trying to play the victim mentality rather than seeing what is actually being said. They just want people to, I think they want me to be the bad guy, which I am the bad guy, but they want people to see me as the bad guy, and they also want to see themselves as victims. So I hope that answers your question there, Ravioli, in regards to did I threaten them? No, I didn't threaten them. Unless saying to someone, if you attack me first, I will fight back, is a threat. then cool, but it's a threat of violence if you're violent first. If you're not violent, then I won't be violent. Simple as. And like I said, he's the one who's actually gotten violent with me in the past. He pushed me when I was at Speaker's Corner, which he admitted on his channel earlier. Earlier, he was like, oh, the man brought up something from 8 months ago about me pushing him. Why is he bringing this up? And it's like, oh, he hasn't got a problem with what I said. He's not denying what I said. He's not saying, oh, the man made that up. The man's lying. He didn't say anything like that. He said, why are you bringing this up 8 months after? That was his issue. His issue wasn't that I outed him for pushing me and being violent. That wasn't the issue. The issue was, why are you bringing it up after 8 months? Not the man you're lying. Not the man that never happened. Not the man what you talking about that's never happened. I've never touched you in my life. None of that. He said, why are you bringing something up that happened 8 months ago? Something that happened? Is that an admission from Big Nose that he did get violent? He did push me? And when I asked him plainly, so you admit that you did push me, he wouldn't answer the question. He just said, oh, just come up, let's talk about this. Come up and we'll talk about it. I'm like, no, you can't be honest. You can't answer a simple question. You can't be truthful. So I don't want to have a conversation with you. All right, I'm just going to skim read your messages, guys. Ravi says to man, can you say charlatan? Charlatan. All right, cool. You guys have been really, really busy with the chats, so I am having to skip a ton of this, I'm afraid. I really got to end the stream. I've really got to go run and do some stuff. Ravi says Nose is saying you punch on English women. That's an accusation. That's a claim. That's a claim from the Big Nose. Do you know what you should ask for the Big Nose for? Ask him, what is his evidence? Where is his proof? As he says, proof. Where is his proof? He hasn't got any. He'll take out of context saying things I've said to make it sound like I do this, but nothing I said is actually about that. Ravioli says, would you punch a woman? Nose asking. Yes, I have. When I was 14 or 13, I was in high school. I have told this story before. When I was 13 or 14, I was in high school. This Somalian girl came up to me. She's a really tall girl. She was really big as well, really chunky. So she came up to me and she punched me in the face. Do you know what I did? I punched her the right fuck back. Okay? Equal rights, equal lefts. If you want to go and attack someone, then you should be prepared to be attacked back. And if a woman hits a man, then the woman, obviously in a situation where the man hasn't done anything wrong, if a woman hits a man, then she should expect to be smacked back. You don't get violent and then go, oh no, but I'm a woman. I'm a woman. You can't hit me. I'm a woman. No, bitch, you shouldn't be hitting anyone in the first place. So if a woman hits a man or a woman hits another woman, she should expect violence back, some form of violence back. If you're hitting someone, expect them to defend themselves. So yeah, to Nose's question, yes, I have hit a woman before when I was 13, where she hit me first and I punched her back. Add that to your case study. How the man is consistent back from when he was a little kid. Skywalker says, do you leave your streams up, Demand? Yes, typically. I did remove my old ones, but I can always put them back up. I'm just waiting for... I don't know what I'm waiting for, but I might put them back up in the future. Ravioli says, at a school near me, a 16-year-old girl pulled a knife out on a student over a pork pie. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? And if I was in that situation and I punched her, do you know what the Big Nose would do? He'd go, oh, he attacked a woman. I was like, bitch, she was holding a knife about to stab someone. Yeah, but you hit a woman. Bro, where's your logic and reasoning now? Where's your logic and reasoning now? If it's in self-defense, if it's in a situation where you're trying to protect others or protect yourself, you're going to stand your ground. And regardless of man or woman, if they are threatening you or being violent, you will do what you have to subdue them. Oh, Ravi says look it up on Google. I'll check it out later. I've got to run off now. Someone says another crybaby on nose. Oh nose. Look what they're saying. Ravi says 16-year-old pull on pork. Google if you don't believe me. No, I believe you. People are crazy. People are crazy. There was a girl who was 190, 6'4". Damn. She weighed 21 stone and regularly beat up students. There you go. And that kind of sounds like the girl that I had the fight with as well. She was tall and fat, and she would start fights with other people. But with me, like I said, equal rights, equal lefts. I believe in equal rights. You know, I believe women have just as much say in life as I do, but I also believe that they have just as much responsibility in life as I do. So if they are going to punch people, they have to be responsible for their own actions. Simple as. Simon says, low life shit stirring snitch Skyworks. That's you. Improve yourself. Calm down with the language a little bit. Attack the point, not the person. Attack the point, not the person, and then leave it for him to reflect. If he doesn't reflect, you could always just show him that he's a hypocrite. Okay, cool. That's where I'm gonna leave it, guys. I appreciate you all being here. I hope you guys have an amazing evening. This was a bit of a random stream. Didn't expect it to be so focused on the big nose, but I guess it is what it is. And I shall see you when I see you next. Hopefully tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. Appreciate you all, lovers, haters, ninjas, watchers, commenters. I hope you guys have an amazing evening, and I'll see you when I see you next. I am the dust at the feet of God's servants. Only God is special. I said I am the dust at the feet of God's servants. Only God is special. Take it, guys. Bye.
Underneath the plastic smile, light too bright to see, hiding in the mirror, shame like leaves on a tree. Wanna be a beacon, but scared of their own glow, chasing beams of sunshine, never really grow. Whispering secrets to the night, mask so heavy to bear, copying the stars' light, but hearts feel